Hello, Gooners. Hello, football fans, and welcome along to the In the Game Live, the watch along with me, Des the Enforcer, for Arsenal against Newcastle. I'm not going to be rude. Hello, Newcastle fans, if you're watching. It's going to be a good one today. Bit of a surprise. I'll tell you about that in a moment. Before I go any further, let's get the housework out of the way. Please give us a like, a share, and a subscribe. And if you're already watching and you're not subscribed, please subscribe because it really helps the channel. It means we can put out more content and bring you more stuff that you want to watch. You know, more things for you than us. You know, so if you could do that, that'd be absolutely brilliant. And don't forget, we've also got the Zenith Coins competition going on. All the details will be in the description, but all you have to do is sign on the link for it, subscribe to the channel, and then just give give an email and a few other details, and you're in the draw to win an amazing coin set called the Invincible Coin Set. But there we go. Let's get on with the show. As I say, this is the watch along. I'm on my own at the moment for today. Hopefully some people will be joining me later on. So we'll have a look at the Arsenal lineup. So one change from what I can see because of Mourinho being out. We have Raya in goal, Ben White, William Saliba, Kivior, Skelly, Odegaard, Partey, Rice in midfield. So Rice is fit enough to play. Didn't know if he would be or not. That was when I did the preview show yesterday with Ben, which is a great show, by the way. If you get a chance to go and watch that, go and watch it. It's an absolutely good show. Wasn't sure if he'd play or not, but he is on the pitch. Then we have Saka, Leandro Trossard down the middle, and Martinelli. Now, I would rather flip them two around, put Martinelli in the middle and put Trossard on the left because it made a difference last week. So I hope this is what Google are telling me. So I hope that when they come on the pitch, it's going to be the other way around. For Newcastle, we have Pipe. Get your words right, Des. We've got Pope in goal, Byrne, Botman, Schur, Livramento, Tonali. I apologise. If I'm killing these names, I apologise. Gutierrez, Murphy, Gordon, Barnes, and Wilson. No Isak, and Isak isn't on the bench either. So there's part of their power gone, to be honest with you. The substitutes for Arsenal, we have Tierney, Zinchenko, Jorginho, Havertz. So Havertz is back. We'll probably see him at some point in the game, I would have thought. Neto, Calafiori, Henry Francis, and who's the last one? Hold on 1 second. Just go back. Oh, Adowie. I've lost it. It's gone. Just 1 second. I'll get it back. 1 second. Did I say Adowie? I didn't mean not Adowie. I apologise. Nweri. Ethan's on the bench. Newcastle substitutes: Dubrovka, Lascelles, Kraft, Oslua, Ruddy, Willock, Longstaff, Miley, and Neve. So, as I say, no sign of Isak today. I don't know if he's injured or what. I haven't heard anything. So that could make Arsenal's job a little bit easier today. Let me know in the comments what you think. How you feel about the lineups, that would be great. And yeah, if you've got any questions or you want to say something that I can read out to people, please do so. So we need. I predicted yesterday in the preview show that we're going to win it 2-1. I'm going to stick with that, even though Isak isn't on the pitch. So yeah, Ben, who was the Newcastle fan I had on, said he'd take a 1-1, but he thinks Newcastle could win 1-0. So we'll have to see. I was told something very interesting the other day. I said this is in the preview show as well, but I was in my Motability garage seeing if I can renew my car, and that I went in with this Arsenal top on, and they basically said, "You're a bit mental, aren't you?" I went, "Just a touch," and he went, "They're all Newcastle fans in here." I just went, "I don't mind." Anyway, the lad that I sat down with, who was called Ben, said to me, and this isn't him talking for every Newcastle fan, this is just his opinion. Isak is only worth £120 million tops. And if he doesn't do anything in the first 15, 20, 25 minutes of the game, he loses interest. So I wonder if other teams knew that, would they still want to buy him? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. West Ham have just got one back against Nottingham Forest with Bowen. My co-host Richard he's on holiday, the lucky sod. He's gone to Hungary, so it's me until somebody else comes on. Mark might be coming on later on, and Aisha might be coming on after that. So yeah, I can't give you any stats today because that's what Richard does. I don't do the stats. I'm an old school person. I believe in goals in the net. Stats are like XG. XG doesn't mean nothing to me. You know, I'm an old school supporter. You know, just get the ball in the back of the net. But I think we're pretty strong today against Newcastle. I think Ben White is coming back to some sort of form. Kivior is absolutely proving himself. I think he should be given a new contract. I think he should stay. I know at the moment Mark is doing a great series of the Crew's dream team, who they would sell and who they would keep and who they would buy. You know, and I know Kivior possibly is in quite a few lists of people that would sell, but for me, he's proved himself. He's stepped up. He obviously needed the minutes. So I would say give him another contract. I would keep him. He's good backup for Gabriel. He just needed the time and the patience, you know, like a lot of players do, because not everybody can hit the ground running. So, you know, it's how you see it. You know what I mean? So let me know in the comments. Right. We, as a channel, are trying to put out as much content as we can. And there's shows coming every day at the moment. There may not be a big Sunday show tonight because people can't get on. So that may be cancelled, but it will come. It will be on later in the week. So you won't miss out on that one. It'll just be coming later. And we also have, obviously, I've only got probably one more watch along after this. But we are going to do a watch along, I believe, for the Champions League final for the ladies. So if you want to come and watch that with us, please do. You know, it's all good. We love it. And the girls deserve a watch along, to be honest, for getting there. And hopefully we'll be next season. We will be doing more female matches, women's matches. My apologies there. Female women's matches next season. Watch-alongs. It may be me. It may be someone else. I don't know. But also, if you like the preview show, and let us know if you do in the comments, please. We'll be doing more of those next season. So a preview for every match, and we'll try and get a fan on for every single team in the Premiership, and do one of those for you as well. So we're really starting to grow. We're really starting to put the content out. We put a lot of hours in. I've got to be honest to do it, but as I say, to us it's a hobby. We're not, you know, we do it because we love it. Let me know, guys. Let me know what you think of the lineup. If you're out there, just send me a message. Let me know what you think of the lineup. I appreciate it. And yeah. What else? What about? So I suppose we have to talk about the FA Cup yesterday, don't we? Well done, Crystal Palace. Congratulations. You deserve it. There's a controversial point, isn't there? Should Henderson have been sent off? For me, I don't think he should have. I agree. I don't think he should have. But of course, the team that have been cheating for I don't know how long, there was outrage, uproar, and everything else. You know what I mean? And just crazy. Eze's goal, what a goal! And look at that. Man City were dominating, and then just one break, and they went 1-0 up. he was offside for the second one, but I couldn't see it when it went in. I thought it came off of a Man City player. That lad on their right hand side, Mansour, he's got some pace. But well done, Crystal Palace. You deserve it. I was glad that Roy Hodgson was there to witness the game, and because he's been a great servant to the club, and must be the year of the underdog. So that must mean that Man United are going to absolutely stuff the Spuds in their European final, hopefully. But yeah, it's crazy season. And if you look at the table as well, I mean, the amount of points that Liverpool have won the league in, it's a lot smaller than what Man City have won it in the last 3-4 years. So it shows it can be done. Do you think Pep? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Pep will be leaving Man City now? He probably lost it at the end with Henderson, didn't he? And they're now saying that Haaland wasn't fully fit. So it is what it is. That's all I can say. But at last, it may shut the Man City fans up because they do a lot of shouting, don't they? And they know best than everybody else, better than everybody else. So, you know, that's just my opinion on it. If got any Man City people watching, which I doubt, but if we have, come at me. I don't mind. I really don't. Right, there's 11 minutes of extra time between West Ham and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are 2-1 up. Where they're getting these extra time minutes at the moment. The women's game earlier, there was 10 minutes of extra time between Chelsea and Man United. So where they're getting this extra time minutes from, I haven't got a clue. Haven't got a clue. So, any surprises for me with the lineup? I've got to say, not really, because we're just gone with the usual, apart from Rice, who I thought was going to be out. But even he's the usual, isn't he? So, no surprises there, really. I would like to know what is up with Isaac. If anybody finds out what's up with Isaac, could you let me know? I appreciate it. Right, so we kick off in about 15 minutes or so. I think this is going to be a good game. I really do. Newcastle are they're different this season. They haven't got Joe Linton either. He's not on the bench or on the pitch, so they're losing him as well. They've got Tonioli though. He's doing really well lately, and Gutierrez is. I mean, I'd have him at Arsenal. You know what I mean? So, you know, good player. Good players. Wilson up front. I know he can score, but he's not Isaac, is he? I suppose you could say. Excuse me. So let me just look at the table. Actually, I want to look at the Premier League table because I just want to see the points. 1 second, guys. I will be with you. Premier League. Here we go. Table. So Newcastle are 2 points behind us. Yeah. If we win today, they can't beat us. So we would stay second. If we draw, it's still the 2 points, so we would have to beat Southampton, which I think we could do no problem. So yeah, a win today would make life a hell of a lot easier. 71, yeah, to get 66. Newcastle have got a bit of pressure now though, because there's two teams behind. There's two teams behind them. Chelsea on the same point, 66. Aston Villa 66. Man City are on 65. So they need to win their last game if we beat them today. They're only in third on goal difference, I think. Just 1 second. Is it goal difference? It must be. Yeah, so they need the win today as much as us, but I think with Isaac on the field, it's going to be a lot harder for him. So we'll have to wait and see. Right, where are we at? We've got 15 minutes, guys. 15 minutes, and then our destiny is in our hands. We have to play today, though. We have to play. We have to play hard. We have to play fast. Simple as. Thank you to everybody who's watching. Much appreciated. Thank you for joining us. It's not even the match yet, but thank you for being here. Just send me a hello in the chat, or hi Des, or whatever. Just say hello to us. I appreciate it. And as I said before, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? Please subscribe. It helps the channel. It only takes you a second, and it doesn't cost you anything. And we'd be eternally grateful. All right. We're trying to reach that 1,000 subs mile, and we're not that far from it now. So if you could help us out, that'd be really, really good, and it would be appreciated. So me mate Richard, Statman, he's gone to Hungary with his family. So I hope if he's watching this, I hope you're having a great time, mate. See you when you get back. But how do you feel about how people are kicking off, because we still haven't won anything this season as well? It's so easy to blame Arteta, and there's so many people out there with Arteta out, but no one's going to come in. No one. Everyone's shouting, I want Simeone, I want this manager, I want that manager, I want this manager. Well, they're not going to come. So just problem with our fan base, or a section of our fan base, not all of you, I don't mean all of you, a section of our fan base is they want everything yesterday. Everything comes to them who wait. And if this isn't the right time, it's not the right time. It doesn't mean that next year won't be. It means we have progressed, though, guys. I mean, everybody keeps shouting about 8th, 5th, yeah? Well, second, hopefully, So just patience. It's a virtue, as I was always told as a kid. I don't know what that means, but that's what I was told. I must admit, just watching this West Ham Nottingham Forest game, it is end to end. It's a good game. Oh, sorry, 1 second. All right. So, yeah, join me in the chat. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how you're feeling about the team, about Arteta. I mean, who do you want to come in the summer? Let me know who you want to come in the summer. I'd like Gyökeres to begin with. I rate this kid. But as me and Richard have been doing, we're also doing a show called Tactical Breakdown of the players that may be coming in. I was on the fence with Ben Sesko because I wasn't sure. But when Richard gave me a load of his stats and told me how he plays, and he could suit Arsenal as well. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't think, if we take Berta as an example, yeah, Berta is he's acting quickly, I think. I don't think he's going to mess around. There are rumours. I don't believe it all, but there are rumours that him and Arteta aren't agreeing on certain things. I look at it this way: let the manager manage, and let Berta do his job. And even though Edu was a great servant to the club as a player, don't know if he was as a great servant as the same position as Berta, but I feel Berta is a better one. Okay. Yes. Right, I've just got to send this link in the chat so people can get on. So 1 second, guys, I will be with you. That's my fault. I forgot to do it. 1 second, I'll be with you. One second. So yeah, right. Hold on. One more thing. I've got to take this one as well, guys. I really apologise. This is important. I've done it, Mark. I've sent it. So I've just sent it now into the chat. So yeah, go. Max is joining me. Okay, you don't have to listen to me just waffle on now, guys. Max is joining. So there we go. How you doing, Max? You all right?
Waffle. I'm gonna not waffle. What are you talking about?
You waffle. No, I was waffling on. You always waffle on. You know, I was on my own. I was just trying to fill airtime. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And Mark's travelling, so he'll try and get on for the second half, I think. So no Isaac on the pitch, mate. That's the main thing from the lineups. What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, obviously not having Isaac on the pitch is obviously going to be a benefit to Arsenal, obviously. But they still have a good team regardless, so we can't take them without any cause or effect, because they still have a very, very good team, and we still have injuries. So we have to give them respect that they deserve, and play every team, pretty much them included, like with the respect that they deserve. So and because they do pose threats, and Newcastle have been very, very good. So this season in particular. So.
Well, let's be honest. They're no mugs, are they? Let's be
no,
fair.
They're not.
I mean, let's be straight up and fair. They're no mugs, mate.
No. I saw the preview with whoever it was you were doing the Newcastle preview with.
Yeah, Ben.
And he was very complimentary of Arsenal from what I could remember of the preview, and and obviously he did say that you did ask him. I think one of the questions you asked him was what some of the threats from Newcastle, and I think he said obviously he did mention Isaac, obviously, but he wasn't sure about whether he was going to be playing or not. But he also did say that they're a very, very good defensive team, solid, and they get very good at hitting on the counter attack with players like Gordon and all the rest of it. So we've got to make sure we do our business and really secure second place this game, because obviously with the teams behind us, they're about I think I just saw the other day, I think from third to about fifth, right? There's about 2 points difference, and then from sixth to seventh, right? It's literally 1 point.
Yeah, there's two teams on the same point as Newcastle.
Yeah.
So we need to win this one, and I think we'll beat Southampton anyway. Yeah. I genuinely believe we'll beat Southampton. But to take a win today just makes it that much easier for us,
Sure, it sure does. And obviously, a win's always good, no matter which position you win. Anyway, like that's called spade to spade. A win's good. I mean, whenever you want, basically. So, yeah, definitely.
All right. So sorry, I just saw a message from Mark. Here we go. Let me put it up. I thought he was going to cancel it, but he obviously hasn't. Oh no, that's right. 8 o'clock tonight, guys. Instead of the watch along, as I say, which will come in later in the week because we couldn't get enough people on. We have the Cronky Junior Dream Team. Mark said it's a banger. It's going to be a good one. Give that a watch. 8 o'clock tonight. That's when it previews, premieres, and give it a watch and let us know what you think. That would be absolutely brilliant. I'm looking forward to it, actually. Yours was good, Max, by the way. Yours was good.
Very realistic. Very realistic.
I've got to say, they've all been good so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to do one, but Mark wouldn't let me do it. I wanted Pat Jennings in goal, right? I wanted Liam Brady in the midfield. Bergkamp and Henry, and he wouldn't let me do it. He said it had to be 2025. I said, well, you said dream team. You didn't say.
Yes. So Des, I'm just looking at the table now. So from Newcastle, Chelsea, and Aston Villa are all on 66 points, and then Man City and Nottingham Forest, who's obviously going to win today, right, are all on 65, right? And
we're doing overtime now, though, mate. They've had 14 minutes now instead of 11.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit argy-bargy.
Yeah, I was actually watching that game before, obviously coming on, and honestly, I've said what I've always said about VAR this season. Honestly, VAR is fucking awful. Honestly, it really is. Like, it's the people running it.
Mate. Scrap it.
The people running it, and they're just like, I think the VAR is not so much the problem. I think it's the people running it, and that's the thing. That's always going to be the Achilles heel, right? And I was watching from the second half onwards, right? And I saw Nottingham Forest's second goal, right? And like literally half the Nottingham Forest players were literally in front of the West Ham players, and they took 5 minutes to find out whether he was offside or not. And I'm just like, I can see with my own eyes that he's onside. So what are you looking at? What's taking you so long that you're looking at it and you're going, are you on the phone with your missus? Are you ordering pizza? What are you talking about life in general? Like, what are you doing? Are you on the like, what are you doing? Like,
part of the problem was, mate, apparently the new one wasn't work. They couldn't get it to work, so they had to draw lines. So you're back to the old problem, aren't you?
Yeah, but you don't even need to draw lines. You have a pair of eyes. You can see it's on side. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, and oh, by the way, Joe Bones' goal for the West Ham one was a very, very, very well created goal as well. Like from Cueto as well. So,
yeah. Mine.
Oh, by the way,
mine is the best purple face crime. You're going to be biased because you came up with the idea, you fool. Ange just joined us. Hi, Ange. How you doing? Nice to see you. Good afternoon to you as well. Enjoy the game. Just put anything you want in the chat, mate, and we'll talk about it. All right. So just anybody wants to put anything in the chat, me and Max will talk about it, or we'll either agree or disagree with you. You know how it goes. It's just for the crack. It's never personal. But thanks, Ange. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being in the chat. Mark, as always, thanks for being in the chat, but you're always here, so there's no change there, really. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not so much that the system is bad; it's the people running it that are corrupt. It just makes them look corrupt, mate.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. It just, I don't know, man. I just feel like VAR is just it's one of the big problems, and yet at the same time, right? Is that if we didn't have it, all these things would be people would still be talking about it. So either way, it's a double-edged sword, really. If you don't have it, people are going to be talking about it. If you do have it, people are still going to be talking about it. And until like the refereeing in this country actually starts to get better and people actually start to be used properly, and the VARs actually start to use properly, we're always going to be talking about it week in, week out, and that's unfortunately the way football's going to go, unfortunately. So
that's the truth.
Yeah,
that's the truth. That is the truth. You're not spitting lies there, mate. Honestly, Mark. New hoodie dropping and kit. This club will be the death of me. Well, you don't have to buy it, mate. You just, you don't have to. It's not compulsory. But I must admit.
By the way, the new kit, the new home kit looks really nice. I must say.
See, I've got to be honest. I like the third kit, the white one. That if I'm going to get one,
isn't that the away kit? Isn't that the away kit? There's the white one.
I'm pretty sure it's the third kit. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what I thought it was.
Because isn't it like the red one and then it's like the white one and then it was like, isn't there like a black one or something? Isn't, if I memory serves me correctly, it's like the three kits. Could be wrong.
Ange, which one's a beautiful shirt? Which one are you on about? Are you on about the home one or the white one?
Yeah, the home shirt. Yeah,
they've gone back. They've got a bit retro with it, haven't they?
Because I could have sworn that I thought it was the home, like there was a home one and there was always the white one and the red one, right? Which is like the away one, and then I thought it was like a black version of it, or as a third kit from memory.
I genuinely thought that was. But anyway, I like the white one. The only thing with that one is it's going to be a pig to keep clean, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess at the end of the day, Des, it comes down to the players who eventually will sign for the club. At the end of the day, it depends on and also depends on what we win with it, I suppose. So it could be a famous kid, it could be So at the end of the day,
Mark, you're weird, mate. But I love you, but you're weird. Anne says she won't pay full price. Which, well, not all of us want to, do we? That's fair enough. I mean, it's a small mortgage sometimes, isn't it? Especially if you've got to pay for your family, your kid, depending on how many kids you've got. You know, you have to take out a loan, don't you?
Yeah.
Ange, are you in the banter chat on WhatsApp? Because if you are, you can join us if you want to. The link is in there. I've just put it in there. If you want to join us. There's a lot of love in the room. Right, we're just about to kick off by the looks of it. Yeah, we are. Just about. I'm watching it on the USA, and they've gone straight to the game. I didn't even know they had come out the tunnel. So, yeah. So here we go, guys. It's ready to kick off. Everybody watching, enjoy the game, whether you're an Arsenal fan, a Newcastle fan, or, just a neutral. Enjoy the game. And, don't forget, join us in the chat like Ange and Mark have, and just talk a load of rubbish if you want to. We don't mind. Here we go. Are you kicked off just now, have you?
Yeah. I'm on currently 35 seconds right now. So
you're ahead of me. I'm only on 12.
Yeah.
But it's all right. I don't mind. If they score, mate, don't hold it back. Just let it out, because I'll catch you up. Don't worry. It must be the satellites. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it must be my time zone, because since I'm what, like couple hours ahead. I'm ahead of the time zone, so I'll hear it first before you do. So
yeah. So there's a throw in for Newcastle. No, you'll be ahead of that now, won't you?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, by the way, there's Andrew replied back to you, by the way.
Yep, on WhatsApp, and Richard will pass on my number. Okay, no problem. Right, yo. Okay, Edge, what we'll do is, because I don't know if I can sort that for today, because we're already going, but next time we've got a watch along, I'll send you the link, and if you want to come on, you can do, okay? Yeah, Richard's in Hungary, mate, so that's why I was on my own today. So I'm missing an arm.
You still got two perfectly good legs here. I'm available.
Okay, I'll remember that. I might need to borrow them occasionally. Oh, what a ball by Odegaard. Do you think we'll see Havertz today?
I don't know. It really depends on how his fitness is going, I suppose. I'm not too sure, to be honest, but I guess we'll see. And I would love to see him come on towards the end, but got like 60 minutes or so or something like that. But we'll see.
Actually, I'm going to send Richard a message just to see if he can add Ange to the chat now. I know he's on holiday, but he might see it. Don't worry, guys. I'll keep you informed if anything exciting happens. Don't worry.
You mean I will keep everyone informed because I'm ahead?
You keep them informed, mate. You keep them informed. It's cool. Go on, Odegaard. We need you to have a good game today, Odegaard, mate.
That was a very nice ball from Odegaard just then. You'll see it when you see it, but you'll see what I mean when I'm talking about it.
Thing is, we have got a solid. Oh, well done, mate, to Saka. Oof. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to see it now. Oh yes. Dan Burn got the wit, didn't he?
Yeah.
I did show you Sterling message, Mark. It was up there for about a minute, mate. Shows how much attention you're paying. Yeah, but we all know that you love Sterling, Mark, don't you? He's your favourite, isn't he? He's your favourite, isn't he, mate? So you'd be a bit heartbroken he's not on the pitch, won't you? Let me find it again. Here we go, look. I'll put that one up. What was the one you put about purple face? Hold on a minute. There it is. Be all right if I knew what it meant, but there we go. Do you know what it means, Max? Mark?
He's saying like he's talking about his transfer winner being the best, and now he's putting crying faces on it. So
you don't want him to go back to Chelsea, do you, Mark? You want him to stay, don't you?
What a save, Rea! Well done, son. Sorry, we'll see in a second.
Oh well, yeah, it's all right. It's cool.
Des, make sure you keep your eyes peeled to the TV because you'll see what I mean. I'm talking about.
Emirates, what a save! Double save. Did you watch the FA Cup yesterday, mate?
I did. I did watch the FA Cup, and I enjoyed Man City losing.
Yeah, same there. Same
there. And guess what? The player that I put in the transfer business scored. Who would have thought?
Well, there you go.
Eze.
Yeah, I'd have him at Arsenal, mate. Good player.
And he's an Arsenal fan too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's just put his stock up as well, hasn't he? Scoring in the FA Cup. It was a good goal as well.
Yeah, I think, and it was like, and also I think wasn't that like, I think I read some stat. I'm pretty sure that it was their first trophy in 75 years for Crystal Palace or something like that. So it's been quite some time for Crystal Palace. So I'm happy for them, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. Aisha might be joining us. He's on the bench. Aisha might be joining us in the second half, mate. So
sure,
we'll have someone else to talk to as well. So there we go. Why is it whenever you're doing a show, everybody wants to message you? I tell them as well. I tell everybody I'm doing a watch along, and yeah, no, we want to talk to you, Des. Yeah.
It's always a way when you're busy, you get calls, and when you're not busy, you never get calls. So
yeah,
it's always the way.
Not going to show that one, Mark, but you're basically just telling everybody that you love Sterling. We get it. You can tell them it when you get on, mate. If you get on later, you can tell everybody how much you love Sterling. Oh, Fulham have just gone ahead of Brentford 3-2.
Wow.
It just came up on my little corner thing.
Fulham's a good side, to be fair. They've got some quality players in there.
Have you heard as well that Newcastle are showing interest in Joan Garcia?
Yeah, I did see that. But
so if we want him, we'll go to that fast.
Yeah, exactly. That was the point I was literally about to make. If we want the player, if like whatever, like we need to make sure we do the business as well. So and the other thing too is Aston Villa might be looking for a keeper because Emi Martinez is going at the end of the season. So
is he? Is he going? Is he? I'd take him back. You know.
I read somewhere that apparently he's going to be moved on. I think he's not going to sign a new deal. So So who knows? Aston Villa might need a new keeper as well, and even Man City might need a new keeper because Edison might be going as well. So, there you go. And you know how Pep likes his Spanish players as well. So Spanish and Portuguese players.
yeah. But is he going to be at Man City next season? Because he proper overreacted yesterday, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he reacted massively. He was just like, oh, it's like, oh, it's really hard to like beat teams when when they're playing 18 at the back and stuff like that. I'm like, what a fucking smart ass response, like just because and what the worst part is, like that's two FA Cup finals he's bottled, one against United, one now against Crystal Palace, and he's bottled a Champions League final, and in all four of those, all the finals that he's bottled, right, he's never played a DM.
Well, as well, right, they're trophyless this season, so he's tarnishing his reputation, isn't he, if he stays?
Yeah, well, I feel like this season in particular, I think it's just been like a real anomaly season for Man City in particular, right? But at the same time, it's one of those seasons where it was to be expected because the players are getting older as well, so they really needed the refresh as well,
De Bruyne is going to go somewhere on a free, and Mark wants him to come to Arsenal.
Yeah, I've seen Mark's team lineup. It's a little bit over the top, if I'm being honest. But
don't say that to Mark. You hear that, Mark? Max is over the top, mate.
And it's a little bit unreal. It's a little bit unrealistic. So
easy, I mean, he's going to come for you. What a save!
It's all right. He can come for me all the time, right? But having Rodrigo on the bench, while Saka's playing, and having bloody Rafael Leao in the same team, it's a little bit. So.
Oh. Mark,
and I'll say
Max is chucking it at you, mate. What you got to say?
And I'll happily say it to his face as well. So it doesn't bother me.
If he was in studio, he'd say exactly the same thing. I know you would. Oops. God, they are pressing. Come on, Martinelli, do something with it now. I know I'm still behind you, but I'm just, I'm at 11 minutes now. What are you at?
I'm at 11, 32, 33, 34. So.
Oh, beg my pardon. Sorry. Yeah, I'm at 11:20. Are you happy about Havertz being back?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously I'm not unhappy that he's not back. I'm perfectly happy for him to come on and play, and obviously at least we know that he can come on and make a thing now. But at the end of the day, right? Obviously, he's gonna be here next season regardless, right? We all know this. So he's gonna be here next season, right? But my main point is, right, if we get Victor Gyokeres, which it looks like we're going to, possibly, there's a high chance of that happening, right? My question is what very close, Trossard. Well done. My question is what is he gonna be happy with being a substitute? That's my question. Is he gonna be happy being second fiddle to Victor Gyokeres on the bench?
Well,
if we bring in a second striker, where is he going to play? Because there's been talks about Liam Delap, and there's also been talks about Sesko and João Pedro and all the rest of it, right? So my question is, if we do sign a second striker, which it could be possible that we do, right? Is he going to go back into midfield? Is he going to be like Odegaard's substitute? Is he going to be like what's good? That's my question. I'm curious to know.
The only answer I can give you is if he's not happy, he goes in January, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only
answer I can give you. And plus, if he does go in the summer, right, we'll probably get a reasonable fee. So
yeah, I think we'd recoup the money we paid and maybe a little bit more, maybe.
Well, yeah, I'd probably say, like, if I'm being fair and in keeping the situation in isolation, I think we'd probably get at least 50 million, at least at the bare minimum.
Good save by Pope means we've got another corner, but you already know that.
Yeah. Oh, that was terrible. Yeah.
Oh, they're wearing the new kit today, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They are wearing the new kit.
There's new numbers as well, aren't there? We've got new numbers.
Yeah, but they're not wearing the new numbers. Ray's still 22. It was meant to be 1. and Ethan still number 53.
All right.
So they'll probably you'll see what you. Yeah, no, that's I know what I said about you. That was terrible. But again, they'll probably have the new numbers for the new season. So, but on Havertz, yeah, we'll probably, as I said, we'll probably get at least 50 million at least if he's not happy with being a substitute player. But if he is happy being a substitute player, then it's a very distant substitute player to have. In all fairness, so
yeah. Me, Sesko, go for Sesko as well, and then if I Havertz in the middle, if you have to.
Yeah, that's if we are getting a second striker. I mean, that's if we are. Like,
well, only time will tell, mate. Only time will tell.
I've been thinking about my second striker, right? If I had to pick out the ideal second striker, right, I literally would go for Jonathan David. That would be my second striker choice. We'll save Rail. You'll see in a second too. So yeah, but that's that would be my second striker because Jonathan David is a very, very good striker. He's going to be free. He's going to have no contract, so he won't be having to pay a fee. We'll only be having to pay his wages.
Fair enough. Good save. Deflection, so good save. Jonathan David. No, I'd rather have Sesko. I'm trying to think who I'd rather have. And I'll be honest, I'd rather have Sesko.
Why?
He's young. He's got potential. Arteta could do a lot with him to improve him, possibly. So that's my reasons.
Yeah, all of those reasons that you just stated, it can be said about Jonathan David as well. He's young as well. He's scored more goals than Sesko, and Arteta can do something with him. And he's a different type of striker to Sesko as well.
Sesko can hit the ball like a cannon, though, mate.
So can Jonathan David. I've seen some of Jonathan David's goals. They're very, very good. Wow. And he's quicker than Sesko as well. He's more pacey and more physically strong. And well save rate. Oh, double save rate. Well done, mate.
Flipping it. He's had to pull some saves out of the day already, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Why couldn't you do that against Paris Saint-Germain?
The second one was literally at the tip of his fingers as well. And he was standing up while saving it too. You'll see in a second.
Oh, yeah. What a save. Oh, free kick. What? He body checked him. He body checked him. Oh, Dan Burn. What a save.
Dan Burn's he's a very, very physical, tall defender, isn't he, Dan Burn?
He's just got up easy 10 foot to get that ball. Easy. I mean, he's nearly 7 foot tall, but he's got up 10 feet easy there to get that ball.
Yeah. You know what the funny thing is about Dan Burn? Yeah, I call him the basketball player of football because of how tall he is. He's just massively lanky, just like this massive, like tall, like lanky guy. Like,
I've got to say, I think Newcastle are outplaying us at the moment.
I think it's pretty even, to be fair. I wouldn't go that outplaying so far. Yeah, I think it's been pretty even.
I think they've had more possession. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not,
I'd say it's probably. I'd say it's. I think it could be closer to 50-50 if I'm being honest.
Fair enough.
So that's not a foul, ref. That's not a foul, yeah. Oh, now you give a foul when Trossard literally rams into reckon Bruno G. Right, well done then. That's the melt.
Oh, nice play by Martinelli, and the build up to that as well. Tonali. That's a free kick. And he ain't give it, which you've just said, isn't it? That's what. And now he gives it to. And then he's giving it to Newcastle now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh. What is up with the? If you're wearing red and white, the refs don't like you, do they?
Yeah. Well, that's Liverpool out them because they wear a lot more red than white. So, same with United. They wear red and white too. So you don't see them freaking just like.
What do you guys think of the match so far? Do you think Newcastle are outplaying us, or do you think we're doing all right? Let us know in the chat.
I think it's a very even contest. I think it's like a very argy-bargy, very like
you
physical.
live on the other side of the world. It's hard for you to tell.
I can tell. I have eyes, Des. I'm trying to bald prick. At least I have hair.
Ooh, this is a choice. This is a lifestyle. All right.
Yeah, sure it is. That's. I'm sure that's what you tell all the ladies, Des. I'm sure that's what you tell. I'm sure that's what.
I'm a happily married man, but when I was single, you don't know what I told the ladies. You don't want to know. Oh dear. Anne says he's probably not allowed to wear the number 1 yet. I've already put that one up, but I just wanted.
Yeah.
You could be right, Ange. I don't know.
See, look, I'm watching Dan Burns standing next to David Ray, right? He's probably about just like half a foot ahead of, like, taller than him.
Yeah.
And he's like so tall.
Well, he's a corner target, isn't he? It's like Gabriel when Gabby's playing for us, Gabriel Magalhaes. He's a corner target.
Yeah, and also Gabriel is much shorter than him, and he still gets headers on it. That just tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh, Ben, if you're watching, mate, or you watch this later, thanks for yesterday. It was a great show. Hopefully you'll be on shows next season because obviously we're trying to do this thing. It's our version, but it's not the Big Six, but it's our version of the Big Six, and it's going to be called Shots Fired. So we're going to see how that goes and get a lot more teams involved in the channel. That's the plan for the future, if we can get it all sorted out. But yeah, he did a great show with me yesterday. It was fun to do. It was just me and Ben have known each other for 15 years. It was just two mates chatting. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day.
Mm.
And don't forget, 8 o'clock tonight, you've got the Dream Team by Cronky Jr., our mate Brian from the USA. Don't get us wrong, he's not related to the Cronkies. We just call him that because it winds him up. And it's his
and plus he wears sunglasses and nobody knows who he is.
Yeah, he's a man of mystery. That's right. Yeah. But it's his dream team tonight, so who he would buy, sell, and how much he would spend. So if you haven't watched this series, guys, get it watched because I tell you it's interesting and you could learn a thing or two. You can also take the mickey out of the lads and the ladies that are doing it because end of the day, you don't always have to agree, but we don't mind comments, you know, even after the show goes out. You can leave your comments saying what you think. I agree, I disagree. That's all we look for. Makes good conversation, doesn't it, Max?
Yeah, well, it does. I mean, it would be boring if everybody agreed with the same team. And you know, I saw that a few people when I've been watching the podcast, a few people have been picking Haddo as left back, which was very interesting to know. Joe Haddo from Ajax, obviously, but so it's just interesting. Everyone seems to have similar ideas, you know. Similar.
Yeah, well, it's all about your choices. It's all about what's out there to choose from as well, though, isn't it? That's what a lot of it comes down to that, doesn't it? You know.
Yeah. Well done, Trossard.
You know, it's see that lad that you were just on about, Hato, yeah.
Yeah.
He'd get on well with Yuri and Timber because they're both from Ajax, aren't they? So.
Yep. Yeah. And they both played in the same team.
Yeah. I know I can't give anything away, but I know Brian's got a couple of controversial ones tonight, apparently.
Yeah, I've heard that too. So I'm just going to tell him now. If he's selling like Gabriel Saka or Saliba, I'm going to have a problem with him. I'm just so you know.
Well, I don't know the details. I'll have to watch it. I'm going to watch it anyway. But You'll have to watch it, guys. He's been a little bit controversial, so it'll be an interesting one to watch.
Well done, Ben White.
Yeah, Ben White's come back into a good bit of form, hasn't he? Oh, go on, Benny. Go on, Benny. Oh,
should have taken the shot. Should have taken the shot, though.
Yeah, there was a gap there. He could have. He could have, mate.
I would have taken the chance.
There it was. Sorry, go on. Sorry, say again.
I was just gonna say I would have taken the chance to take an opportunity. If I was Ben White in that position, I would definitely have taken the chance to take the shot. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, he put his foot as if he was going to take the shot as well. If you watch the replay, he looked like he was going to go, and then he changed his mind. Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like I would much rather him try and take the chance and it get blocked than for it to like lose possession and lose the ball. Is what I'm trying to say. So.
For all the people watching on whatever platform, whether it be X, Facebook, YouTube, I think we're even on Twitter as well. Not Twitter, that's X. Twitch. Thank you for watching. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? Please subscribe and become part of this, and it'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Everton have beaten Southampton 2-0.
Leicester beating Southampton, did you say?
No, that was Everton.
Oh.
Leicester have beaten Ipswich 2-0. Well, Ipswich were dead. Southampton and Ipswich were dead and gone ages ago, weren't they?
Yeah, they're just playing for pride at this point. So
yeah. I believe Fulham have either beat. Oh, it will come back up in a second, but I think Fulham have beaten Brentford 3-2.
Well, as I said, Fulham's a very, very good side. They got good quality players in there.
Oh, they're still on injury time. There's still a little bit to go. So, but at the moment it's 3-2 Fulham. Yeah, Fulham have come on. Yeah, I'd agree.
There's several players in the Fulham side I'd take to improve Arsenal's squad right about now. I'm just saying there's a lot of few.
I think it's done good for Emil Smith Rowe to go there. He's had a decent season from what I can tell.
And obviously Reece Nelson as well.
Yeah.
And obviously, but he's been injured, so he's injured right now. So,
well, he'll be going this summer, won't he? Do you think Fulham will take him?
I mean, I'd love to think that they would, but I'm just saying, who knows? But yeah, I'd like to think so because I don't think he's ever going to be good enough, to be honest. And I love Reece Nelson. I don't think he's ever going to make it.
That goal he scored against Bournemouth.
Oh yeah, that goal will always be remembered. That goal
he'll be remembered for that.
Like that goal will always be remembered. Like everyone would say, what was Reece Nelson's favorite, most optimal famous moment? Everyone would be like Bournemouth.
Yeah.
A shame it didn't lead to anything, because if it led to a title, right, it would have been remembered as one of those goals, right? But it's just like it's so disappointing, you know, like.
Well, he could have become a legend overnight without even trying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well done, Partey. Flipping out. What a tackle. Rice has got it at the moment. Oh, there was the part. Martinelli was there, man. The pass was to Martinelli, Declan, man. Jeez. Frustration. That's the thing about this team this season. They've been more frustrating, haven't they, than anything?
Yeah, well, it feels like this team's always. It's been that at times, you know. It's been. I think this team in general has just been real frustrating to watch at times.
Yeah.
Like there's been so many good moments, and there's been so many frustrating moments, and there's been so many bad moments, and there's been so many excellent moments. It's like real just random. It's like the English weather does. You never know what you're gonna get from them. Like you could have real good moments at times, and then you just have these real average ones where you're just like, why are you so average? And then you get real good ones again, and you're just like, mate, can you make up your mind?
If you look past all the background stuff, like people wanting Arteta out and everything else, and all the bad stuff, right? Have you actually, and not winning the Champions League and not getting a trophy, but have you actually enjoyed the football this season?
I mean, there have been parts of this season which I've enjoyed. Like obviously the Champions League, right, has been good up until obviously the PSG game. Obviously beating Man City 5-1 was obviously nice. Obviously beating Sporting 5-1, it was nice. There's been moments in this season in which have been really, really good, and there's also been moments where I feel like haven't been so great. so you know.
Fair enough. I mean, it's an answer to the question. It's an honest answer, so you know.
Oh man, Martinelli! If only he had the ball on his feet.
I've got to say I've enjoyed the football, but like you, there has been frustration. Oh, what a header! Go on, Nelly. Blooming heck, Pope had to come right out.
Yeah.
Like you though, there's been frustrating moments, you know.
Yeah. I think one of the most frustrating things is obviously not getting a strike would be one of them, and not signing someone in January. And I think the form of a couple of the players as well, like the dip-off form has been pretty big. So,
well,
it's just been real.
My one got a corner. You've already seen it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, I've got Anthony Gordon looking on my screen right now. So, and we've been linked to him, Anthony Gordon. Good player.
I don't know. Is he better than Nelly?
I mean, I think he can. I think people would say yes, but I think what's frustrating about Martinelli, I think I can't speak for everybody, but I think what's frustrating for me when I watch about Martinelli is that you can see the quality is there, right? But there's been times when he runs with the ball and he just looks down at his feet and he just seems to lose the ball very, very easily. But except I think with Gordon, right, I think he's very, very quick and pacey, but I just feel like I think his passing is decent. But I just think sometimes his end product can be a little bit iffy at times with Gordon, from what I've seen.
I must admit, I've said it a few times this season. Nelly is lightning in a bottle, right? Problem he's got is he's always got to take on that last defender one too many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he should just cross the ball, get the ball in there, bang, job done. You know.
Yeah, and I think, and I also think there's also been some Arsenal fans in general saying, why isn't Arteta using Martinelli as a striker? Because there's been times when we first signed him, right? There was times when he was playing up front and he was heading the ball decently well, considering obviously the size of him as well. So that's something I've also seen as well. But I just wanted to know what you thought.
I mean, I must admit though, Gordon looks like someone out of Middle Earth. You know, like he should be in Lord of the Rings.
Gordon looks like the guy. If I had longer hair, what I'd look like if I had longer hair, more wavy hair, and my hair was blonde.
Okay. Oh, that was a crap one, Saka. Crap corner that was. Come on, Saka. Put a good one in, mate. Put a good one in.
There's Kai Havertz and Sterling. Mark's favorite playoffs.
Mark, if you get on this show, you better give it to him, mate. If you're still listening.
He's probably tuned out, or he's probably freezing like an iceberg over in Scotland because isn't it cold right now? Or he's probably crying over Tierney leaving because I saw him on X crying about Tierney leaving earlier today. So he's probably still quite tender.
You can't diss Tierney, mate. Tierney was a good servant, mate, and it's a shame he's going. It is a shame he's going.
He wasn't dissing him. He was just crying about him because he's saying he's leaving, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that one of my."
I know Mark wouldn't have been dissing him, not at all. We still feel that he should. I think me and Mark are the same here. We agree that he should still be at Arsenal. Really, it's a shame he's going.
I would agree that he should still be at Arsenal. I just don't think he can stay fit, and I don't think Arteta rates him, and I don't think Arteta rates him enough for him to play warrant games. And if that's the case, then I think we should sell him, and which we are. but he's going to. Oh, it's a heat wave. There you go. It's a heat wave. He says.
Whatever,
But
mate, whatever. Oh, what's that?
he's probably in the pool with his board shorts on. Then, if that's the case, looks like
Yeah, but he'd be in the shallow end. He wouldn't be in the deep end. He can't. He's only that big. Remember?
Yeah, it looks like a wet prawn when he goes in water. It looks like a wet snail.
You're really going for it today. You are. Oh, you're going to get his wrath. You're going to get his wrath, mate. Are you going to sit there and take that, Mark?
He looks like an old wrinkled banana when you get too much water.
Do you know what it is, Mark? He can say all this because he's in Australia and you're over here, mate.
and not to mention he's obsessed with Richard's tits for some reason today. I have no idea why.
Hey, leave Richard's tits alone. They're lovely. It's taking him.
If it's not Richard's tits, it's Paul's tits. It's one of the two. It's
Richard's tits are lovely. It took him ages to grow them. You're a wrong un, Max. You are. You're a wrong un.
Sorry, I'm on one today. I just felt like just being like, look at what Mark wrote. Des.
Max, why are you talking about my gentle? I didn't know.
Hey, we need something to pass the conversation.
Sorry, Ange. Mark can't help himself.
I remember Des. I remember Mark saying to me one time, yeah, Des, like I remember you saying that his genitalia was one of his best attributes, and I'm like, I don't think I'd go that far.
I'm not going to get into this conversation. All I'm going to say, Max and Mark, there's ladies present. All right. It's been a bit of a flat first half, really.
Yeah.
No Emerson. Usually Emerson's in here. Emerson, if you're watching, mate, hope you're well. Hope everything's good.
Mark's just said, this has got nothing to do with me.
No comment. Absolutely no comment, to be honest with you. We've got about 10 minutes to half time, just under.
Yeah.
So, well, it depends what extra time they put on as well.
And just like more entertaining than this game. Well done.
Cheers, Edge. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. We do our best. Oh, dear.
Yeah, the good child is wild, Mark. I must admit. When I first got in there, I was surprised how wild it actually was. But now I fucking love it. It's great. I love it.
Wait till you're in the group. It is wild. It's mental. We talk about anything and everything.
Yeah.
Yesterday we were talking about doing a topless Big Sunday show.
I wasn't a part of that. I'll just say.
No, you weren't a part of that, but you could have been if you'd have seen it. Don't worry, guys. We're not going to do a topless Big Sunday show. It was just a suggestion. That's all.
Nobody wants to see it. Nobody.
What do you mean? How do you know?
Nobody wants to see.
Right.
Nobody wants to see you, Mark, or Richard naked on screen. Nobody. No.
Mark, we've got to get a poll put out there. See if people want to see.
At least if it was me and Brian, at least there would be some quality on the bench.
Leave it out. Leave it out. Mark, get a poll up, mate. See if people want to see a topless Big Sunday show, mate. Guys, just so you know, it's just a bit of banter. Oh my God. I'll have you know, Richard's very full-bodied. I'll have you know.
Yeah, well, at least I'm slim and built, and I have a perfectly sculptured body, too nice to look at. So
Sculptured body, listen to it. Oh my God, sculptured body. Who are you, Michelangelo or something? What the? Shut up.
I might as well be Michelangelo compared to you guys.
I'll have you know I'm buff and I've got the stuff, mate. So don't you worry about that.
Oh, you definitely got stuffing off, that's for sure.
Sam, you heard the way he's talking to me. Yeah,
She didn't agree with me. She didn't agree with me. No.
Thanks for defending me, love. I appreciate that. Laughing. Anyway, back to the game. Nothing, genuinely, guys, nothing much is happening. I'm really sorry about that. Only if Arsenal score.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd be on the bench and people would be begging us to come on as substitutes, Mark.
Ange only wants it if Arsenal score. All right, Ange. I assume that's what you mean anyway.
Yeah.
Brian will be on the bench, Max. This is the this is only for Ange.
Yeah, you're sure. Yeah, that's definitely A-listers for sure. A-listers for sure. They'll be begging people. They'll be begging for someone to use the substitute card. That's for sure. They'll be like subs, please.
Mark,
Subs.
thanks for putting me in the A-lister bracket, mate. I appreciate it. Well, I'm having a laugh anyway. I'm watching the game as well, but I'm having a laugh because this is.
Mate, if Mark's putting you in. If Mark's putting you in the A-list, I hate to think who else is in the A-list. Jesus Christ, like that, the A-list must be some real poor choices.
It'll be the quality presenters, mate. The quality contributors. You know what I mean? I don't know. Sorry, guys, but this has been a very flat half, to be honest.
Yeah, it has been.
Nothing seems to be happening. Hopefully, the second half will be a lot better. Just have a look at I'll get them up as well for half time. Stats. Flipping heck. We've actually had the most possession. Cheers, Mark. I've got you too as well, mate. Appreciate it.
So I was right, Des. We have the most possession.
Only just though, not by much. Yeah. Well, I'll wait till half time to read you the stats, but yeah, it's a very flat half. It needs a goal. It really needs a goal.
It does need a goal, but I think it does need a goal. Certainly to liven it up, right? But I think if we end up drawing the game and winning against Southampton, I think we'll stay in the top two. I mean, worst case scenario. I'm just saying, worst case scenario if it does end up going that way.
I absolutely agree with you. Mark's come up with the A-lister list, Max. There's no surprises here, mate.
Yeah, no, so I didn't need to look at the note of surprises. I knew exactly who he was taking that list.
Ooh, I think he's a little bit jealous, Mark. He's a little bit jealous.
It's all right. I'm on the bench, mate. So they'll be begging for me. They'll be begging me to be substituted on any minute now. So it's all good.
You're still in the team, mate. You're still in the team. Yeah. Sorry, it's just funny. It's funny. Oh dear.
There's the Arsenal legend himself on screen, Mr. Silva.
Bernardo.
No, the other one. The Arsenal legend guy.
I haven't seen him yet.
You'll see him in a second.
Gilberto.
Yeah, Gilberto Silva. Yeah, of course.
That's what I said. Isn't that what I said?
You said Bernardo.
Oh, I meant Gilberto. I don't know why I said that. I'm old, you know. I'm getting there.
All right. Oh, Mark, I have to disagree with you there, mate. I'm definitely a super sub. That's for sure. I'm like the Trossard of the channel. I come on when people need me, and I do my business.
Really, you do your business, right? Okay, that's for another show. Yeah, I agree, Mark. The fans are flat, mate. You're right. My husband, Gilberto. All
She might be though. She might be at the match. She might be sitting right next to him.
We just sat next to him, and I definitely didn't see Ange. I know what Ange looks like. Oh, bless you, Ange. If you love him, don't you? That's the main thing.
You know, it's good to know that some females are branching out from Tyrion Ray, because if anyone asks who their favorite female if you ask a female who their favorite male person is, most of them would say Tyrion Ray or like Gilberto Silva, or I've seen a few of them saying Dennis Bergkamp recently. So it's good to see people branching out.
I think back in the day, a lot of them would have said Giroud as well, because he looked like a catwalk model. He did. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I saw in a female Arsenal fan said the other day that they fancy Tony Adams, but there you go. Who knows?
Well, there's someone for everyone, mate.
Sol Campbell was a nice looking bloke. Just saying, he was a fine substitute. Just saying.
Fair enough. There we go. I've got half time. So yeah, guys, a very flat first half. Really sorry about that. And yeah, we had to bring up with a bit of comedy just to get through it, really.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at these stats for you. Halftime stats. Here we go. Arsenal 5 shots. Newcastle 10 shots. Arsenal 2 on target. Newcastle 5 on target. 58% of the possession, 42%. It's actually gone down a bit from when I last saw it. 42% for Newcastle. 224 passes for Arsenal, 158 for Newcastle. 68% pass accuracy. 68. God, I can't see. 86%. Start again. 86% pass accuracy for Arsenal. 82% for Newcastle. 2 fouls by Arsenal. 4 fouls by Newcastle. No red cards. No offsides, 7 corners for Arsenal, 4 corners for Newcastle. Now, I don't know what's happened to our corners. We just aren't doing them like we were. You know, we would be being called set piece FC. We can't score corners for love nor money at the moment.
Yeah.
So I don't know where that's wrong all of a sudden.
I think it's down to the fact that Saka's obviously been out for months as well, right? And we've missed that side of him. But he's come back and he's obviously needs to pick up the pace again with his corners, because they used to be very good. And you had Declan Rice on the other side as well. And also, like, the other thing too, right? It was with the set piece FC thing, right? Our free kicks have been absolutely terrible, right, for years now, right? And the last time we scored one was obviously before the PSG game, or not PSG, the Real Madrid game was the one against Burnley that Odegaard scored, and that so yeah.
In the summer we need to do some practicing, don't we?
Amongst other things, yeah, but and learn how to take free, like, quick, like, throw-ins, not like take forever with them as well. That's the other thing that annoys me, because it takes so long to do our throw-ins.
Yeah. Ray has had to make some great saves, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's probably been the man of the match so far, if I'm being honest. So
yeah, I'd have to agree. I would have to agree on that point. I think he is the man of the match. So at the moment, if you had to give it at half time, it would be going to Raya, most definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And because he's keeping us in the game at the moment, because like Newcastle would be 1-0 up by this point.
Well, it could have been 2-0 up, because he's made 2 double saves, hasn't he?
Yeah. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, no problem. So, guys, let us know in the chat what you thought of the first half, please. How you feeling about how Arsenal are playing? Do we need to make changes at half time? I think I would bring Havertz on if he can do 45 minutes, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I think I'd bring on Havertz around about 50 minutes or so, 50, 60 minutes, something like that. I'd probably bring on Marino if he's on the bench. I'm not sure if Marino's on the bench, I'd probably bring him on as well. Just so we can have a bit more physical presence. And I'd probably might recommend probably bring Ethan on as well. That's the other one I'd probably think about bringing on as well.
Rice hasn't done much this half, has he?
No, but he's been neat and tidy, but he hasn't really had to do anything too drastic, and that's kind of the thing. I think both teams are kind of just happy with the draw, and I don't think anyone's really done much, and it's been both flat in the first half. I don't think really both teams have gone at each other. I mean, each team has had their moments, obviously, but I don't think we're really kind of really going at each other like speed for speed, so to speak. So
yeah. No, I agree. I really agree. Just want to check something. Oh, Sterling is on the bench. He could come on at half time, you know.
yeah.
I mean, we've missed Mourinho, I think, today because he, as we've said, he's basically suspended, isn't he? Because the suspension kicks in straight away, doesn't it? Where it used to be 3 or 4 games later, and then it kicked in. Off to sort dinner soon. The first half, Raya did well. Super Mick on a red. Super Mick on a red. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Ange. If you put us on in the background while you're doing your dinner. You know what I mean? You just listen to us talk a lot of rubbish, really. But anyway, yeah. But thanks for being in the chat. And yeah, as soon as we can, if you want to come on, we'll get you on. All right. So the next watch along, we'll get you sorted out in the chat, and then you can come on if you want to. Okay. Yes.
Oh, come on, Mark. There's no need for that.
Des, he does. I'm switching off this game and Emma's watching on. I don't think he will, mate. I think you're quite safe to stay with us, bro. Because we know how much he loves. Be honest, how much he loves Sterling, Mark. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love Sterling? Yeah, I get what you mean. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Ange. If you go off, have a good one. There's no energy in the team today, Max, is there?
No, there's none. And I think both teams just want to get the season done. To be honest, that's what it looks like. Both teams just want to go get to the end of the season, get it done, and get rested. That's what it looks like. That's how they're playing. They look like They look like they just want to get the draw and kind of just go, all right, we got the draw. Let's just move on and get to the last game, whatever the last game is, and take it from there. Because I think both teams want to solidify their stuff at top 4. You know, so
apparently, Mark rates Sterling minus 1,000.
That must mean he loves him.
That's how much we'll have to pay to keep him, Mark. Hey, Mark's saying, right, I'll get a car and I'll drive him back to Chelsea, I bet you. Oh, dear. Oh, I think we should. Actually, if we were to get him a little caricature of Sterling, it's about the same size as Mark. So, you know.
You can fit Sterling in his pocket.
Yeah, literally. Oh, bless him.
You know we should do, Des, right? We should all pitch in, right, and buy him a Sterling action figure, and send it to him.
He'd be turning it into a voodoo doll, mate. He'd be stabbing it. Oh, so, guys, don't forget we've got the Zenith coins competition. To get your place in the competition, all you have to do is go on the link in the description, click on that, put your email address in, a few other questions, and subscribe to the channel, and you're automatically put into the draw where you could win the Invincibles coin set at the end of the month. There's only 14 days to go. So make sure you don't miss out. Get yourself involved with that. We've also got Ruth Beck art. Ruth Beck is a great artist. Everything she paints is Arsenal related. There's some great stuff. If you go in for that one as well, that's on the Big Sunday show, and that's on. If you put hashtag Ruth Beck art, you're in the draw for that one in the chat. If you put it in the chat, you're in the draw for that one, and you could win a piece of her art at the end of the month. So that's the 2 draws we've got going on. If you also would like to follow her or Zenith Coins on X, the details are in the description as well. Give them a follow, show them some support. That would be absolutely brilliant. To everybody who's watching on whatever format, we appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope we're making you laugh as well. It's just a giggle. And don't forget to give us a like, a share, and a subscribe. It only takes you a second. If you're watching this and you watch this on the regular and you haven't subscribed, will you please subscribe? Because we would really, really appreciate it. You'd really, really be helping the channel. So, yeah, if you could do that, that'd be absolutely brilliant. And don't forget, tonight, 8 o'clock, you've got the Cronky Jr. Controversial Dream Team. That's all I can say because I haven't got any details, but it's a controversial one. That'll be dropping at 8 o'clock tonight. Make sure you're in there to watch that. They're only half an hour long. They don't go on forever. But Mark guarantees me that this one is going to be an interesting one. So if you want to join that at 8 o'clock, that would be absolutely brilliant. What's Mark saying here? He's got a show.
Talking about Sterling.
If he was in my car, I would crash it on purpose. Well, right. Hope the police don't see that. That's premeditated murder. Hey, you rate him highly, then, Mark? Yeah.
But you know what the thing is, Des, right? Mark seems like the type of guy, right? That he would be the type of guy to kidnap Sterling, tie him up, put him in his boot of his car, and then put a brick on the acceleration paddle, and then dive it into the ocean.
Goodfellas. It'd be like a scene from Goodfellas. Oh, mate, that's mental. That's funny, but mental. Right, let's see if she's seen it. No. What was the point?
Did you say that someone was going to join us at half-time, Des?
Well, yeah, but not yet. So it's Aisha, but she said she's going to get stuff ready because apparently she's going into hospital very soon to have the baby. So she said she'd try and get for the second half. So we'll see.
Good luck to her.
If she if she drops in, then I'll just put her on. Mark might be joining us as well if he gets himself sorted out. I don't know. I think he'd be quite angry when he comes on, though, if he does. You know, the wee Scotsman, mate, will be raging.
mind you, he's probably going to tear into me first because I've been badgering him and ripping him a new one all night. So
yeah, mate, he's not going to forget it either, mate. You've got it coming, mate. I'm telling you.
It's all good. I'm chilled and relaxed. I'm good. Did you see that? Obviously, Dean Huijsen's now going to Real Madrid because I've just seen Bournemouth and Man City's coming up on because they go through the fixture.
Yeah. When people were picking him, I didn't think we would get him because I thought Real Madrid's going to turn. Well, he's Spanish as well, and Real Madrid can turn anybody's head, can't they?
They can.
I'm just arrived. No point me joining. Never seen the first half. Doesn't matter. You can watch the second half. What, are you blind? Yeah. You can watch the second half. Join in on that.
Well, Des, he does wear glasses, so who knows? He might be blind before we know.
Calls himself a contributor, mate. What? Can't even be bothered to join us. It's all right, Mark. We'll put in the hard hours. It's all right, mate.
It's all right, Mark. If he joined, the quality of the watch along would go down anyway, so it's all good.
Mark, Max has got it in for you today, brother. You can't, Mark. You can't do anything right today. Max has got it in for you. The quality of the show would go downhill if Mark came on. Well, if he came on and started singing, it would. Yeah,
Oh, mate, that's definitely just something to destroy the show with.
I must admit, though, he's right, though. The fans in the first half have been flat, very flat.
Yeah.
Arteta won't be happy at half time in that changing room, mate.
No, he wouldn't. I would be happy in half time.
No.
Oh, by the way, big up to Arsenal Blog and Arsenal Vision for getting Arteta onto like to come back down to meet the fans.
Oh yeah, he was there, wasn't he? Yeah. Fair play, guys. Well done.
I totally. I said in the group chat I wanted to see the whole show, not like a 3-minute clip of like Arteta talking on stage. I wanted to see the whole thing, and hopefully they released that.
Oh, it looks like Calafiori's coming on.
Yeah.
So who's coming off then? Oh, he's.
I have this feeling that
Retroholics joined us. Good afternoon, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. So
Saliba's coming off and Calafiori's coming on. Interesting.
Right. Good to see you, Retroholic Gamer, mate. Thanks for being in the chat and enjoy the second half, my friend. Saliba off. He can't even spell Saliba. Do you know what I mean? Can't spell. Saliba off. I can't. Salibo. Cala on. Who's Cala? Oh, you mean Calafiori, right? You can't spell Calafiori either. Cool. Why'd you bother, mate? Why'd you bother?
He wanted to use a shortened abbreviations, and that's why we instantly know who he's talking about. But I don't know who Saliba is. I'm not sure I've seen that player.
I didn't even know we had a player called Salibo. Where was he playing then, Mark? Was he? Are you sure he was on the pitch? Oh, bless him.
It's Saliba's brother. Instead of Saliba, it's Salibo. That's who was playing.
The messages I'm going to get later, mate. My God, I'm in for a load of hell tonight. You wait and see. Everybody who's watching, enjoy the second half, guys. We've kicked off, and just enjoy it. And hopefully, it'll pick up from the first half, and hopefully, we'll score a couple of goals because I predicted 2-1 yesterday. What was your prediction? Did you have a prediction?
I said 1-0.
1-0. Right. Okay. So you've been with us now a couple of months, Max, doing shows and stuff.
Sure.
Do you enjoy it? And would you recommend it? Would you recommend it to people?
Absolutely, I would recommend it to people, and I do enjoy it, and I'd recommend anyone to go into the group chat just for laughs. I mean, if they don't participate, I'm happy if they just go to the group chat and just like read the group chat. That's like a comedy routine in itself, to be honest.
What's he saying? Just been advertising your good selves. Oh, thanks, Ange. Appreciate it. Much love. Mark Taylor, what's he got to say now? Let's have a look. The wee man, the Scottish wee man. Kivior right back.
Right centre back.
Yeah, right centre back. Left centre back. All right, so yeah, that's going to be a bit different. And then Retroholic Gamer, sorry. Three left-footed defenders on what could go wrong. Hopefully nothing, mate. We hope. But you just never know, do you? We've got a corner now, though, so are you still 35 seconds ahead of me?
I'm at 47, 7, 19, 20, 21.
You're about 20 seconds ahead of me now, then. So we've made up 15 seconds somewhere. Right. Retroholic Gamer, mate. I know what you're saying, but hopefully nothing will go wrong, fella. Do you know what? I've actually had people turn around and say, you know, when they come on the shows with us,
Yeah.
it's their therapy.
Well, listen to any kind of Arsenal podcast, considering what we've had to endure this season is Arsenal therapy.
Yeah. I mean, I can totally understand that, because all we really do is have a laugh, and we disagree now and again. But if we all agreed, it would be boring, wouldn't it? You know?
Yeah, it would be.
And to be quite honest, we are on this channel. We're just a massive family, aren't we?
Yeah, and the banter is top notch.
Yeah, it is, and we will talk about anything. I mean, it is an Arsenal-based chat, but we will talk about anything. Food, music, it all gets on there. Oh, what's going on? Oh, no, we didn't.
Do you know? I have to say, I'm not sure if I'm sure if this is accurate, but I think this is the first time I've ever seen Calafiore at centre back.
Yeah,
since he signed for us. Yeah, I could be wrong.
If he has been centre back, I can't remember the last time he was. Mark, do you know if Calafiore's been centre back in the past, mate? An actual decent question, not actually taking the mick. Do you know if Calafiore's been centre back, mate? Or Retroholic Gamer, do you know? Or Ange, even, whoever's in the chat. If you know, let us know. I'm enjoying this one. Max, the game may be a bit rubbish, but I'm actually enjoying this one, mate.
Yeah, I mean, the conversation's been decent.
Yeah, just for the banter.
Not so much.
Just for the banter. Go on, Saka. What a ball. Go on. Oh, Nelly. Well done, Nelly. Oh, why wasn't anybody there, man? That's what we've been missing this season as well. Nobody in the middle when you get a good ball.
Yeah, and because you know where they are. They're in the middle of the midfield. That's where they are. Yeah. Every time we get to the box, they're in the midfield.
Yeah. Love, I'm doing the show. Could you keep the noise down, please? You're coughing.
Well, I can't help coughing. Back off.
Oi! Can't do that.
I said thick.
Did you? All right. She's playing on a Switch.
Oh, I thought she was watching. I thought she was watching the game from the Newcastle perspective.
No, mate, no. Oh, Mark has given us an answer to the question. He says.
Sorry? Oh, by the way, Des, real quickly, Big Gabby's just come off screen and all of his family's up in the stand, like his entire family's.
Brilliant. Mark says, I think he was when Gabby went down, once. So he might have been centre back once, Max, to answer your question.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Yeah, there he is. Go on, son. Get better soon, mate. Get better soon.
You see his whole family in front of him? You see the crew, bro.
Yeah. He even though he's been out for the last month or so, right? I still think he's been the player of the year for Arsenal. Really do.
I think Partey definitely deserves a shout for that, and I think second half Declan Rice deserves a shout for it at least, and I think Miles Lewis-Skelly, considering the form that he's been in this season, I think he definitely deserves a shout on that as well.
I can't disagree with what you've just said, to be honest, mate. So well said. Retroholic Gamer says, no, I don't even think he's a left back though. He reminds me of a left midfielder, like an Italian defender in a back five. Fair enough, Retro, mate. Fair enough.
Well, you see, with Calafiore, right? When he was playing left centre back, went for the club we signed him for, right? He was playing left centre back. He was playing as a marauding left centre back.
Yeah,
and he does that for Italy. So
what I've noticed in the last two seasons, right? Everybody in the team in Arsenal now loves to get forward.
Yep.
So the inverted system works. The crossover system works for Arsenal.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'll wind Mark up when I say that Calafiore goal was a cross, but look at that goal that Calafiore scored that time, man.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect that from a defender.
Absolutely, right. And the goal he scored against Man City, you wouldn't expect that from a defender either.
No, yeah. So and back in the old days, I mean, even in the Invincible days, There's no way your defenders got as forward as what they do today. I mean, look at Miles Lewis Skelly goes on crazy runs, doesn't he?
Absolutely, and I think I think, and that's kind of also the reason why, like, if we were to get a left back, and that's why I said Hato in particular, right? Because not only can Hato invert, he can also overlap. So basically, do what Duran Timmer does and do what Ben White does.
Yeah.
In like a combined thing. So, yeah.
No, you're right. What I like about Arsenal as well, but a lot of other teams are catching on to it as well, though. We can get the ball up the pitch so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got over 500 people watching, so that's great on all the platforms, mate. We've got over 500 people watching, so a big thank you to all of you. If you watch this and you're not subscribed and you've been watching us for a while, will you please subscribe? I know I keep saying it, but we're really trying to progress the channel. So if you could do that, we'd be eternally grateful. Thank you very much. And it only takes you a second to hit that thumb, hit that bell for more notifications of what we're bringing out. So if you could do that, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, and also make sure you click the bell, because like sometimes you think you click the bell and you don't click the bell, and sometimes you don't get notifications. So
exactly. And come over to YouTube and join in the chat like the guys have been, and just be part of the show. We want you to be part of the show. You know, give you a shout. We'll give you a shout out. We'll say hello.
Oh yes, come on, Declan Rice.
We scored then. I'll see it in a second.
What a goal! What a goal! What a fucking goal that was! Honestly,
was that a good goal? Was it, Max?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Saka's just picked it up. Over to Odegaard. Declan Rice from outside the box. What a goal! What a goal! Left hand bottom corner. What a goal! Pick that out of the net. Hold that, Newcastle. Hold that. I think Mark's happy. Come on.
Well won by Saka. Nice assist by Odegaard.
Yeah. That was a classic Odegaard pass, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you know that finish, yeah. You know that finish, Des, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly the kind of finish that I expect Thomas Partey to do. That is a Thomas Partey finish. That finish from Declan Rice.
Yeah, but that's what Arsenal need to do. We need to be shooting straight away. Bang! Pope had no chance. I like the two left backs in Kelly and Skelly. Don't get me wrong. I just feel it leaves us exposed at times to the counter. Yeah, no, I'd agree, Retro, mate, because I've seen it a few times myself. Players can get the other side of Calafiori and beat him, but he's still a good defender. Don't get me wrong.
You know what the thing.
Right, the banger.
You know with that finish, that's our second thing with that finish, right? Not only can Thomas Partey do that finish, that's exactly what Martin Odegaard was doing when he was in form. If you remember, Martin Odegaard was doing that same kind of thing. He was making that late box run into the goal, right, and doing those kind of finishes. And that's why every time I see Odegaard, we're both asking him, and we both love Odegaard to bits, right? We say, please bloody shoot. Please shoot, Odegaard, please shoot.
Yeah, no, totally agree, mate. But that came out of nowhere, really. If you look at the first half compared to now, that came out of nowhere, didn't it?
And it came off a mistake as well. It came off a Newcastle mistake, and Saka swallowed it and passed it to Odegaard, and Odegaard managed to get the pass across.
Now the fans are singing. The fans are singing now, mate.
But I have my TV on mute, so I can't tell. But I'll take your word for it.
No, that's only because I've got to go through headphones, mate. That's all it is. Trossard now I've got on the go. You've probably already seen it. But we've picked our game up now. Mark, what's Mark saying? Let's have a look. That's why Rice is a box-to-box and not a DM. You could be right, Mark. You could be absolutely right.
I think Declan Rice is. I think Declan Rice is both. I think Declan Rice can be a box-to-box and be a DM.
Here she is, just in time.
Hello, you lot.
Hello, lovely. Did you see the goal?
Yeah, we've literally just got in. Was listening to it on the radio.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I had to get last minute bits there, I had no choice. And then saw the goal literally as I was logging on.
What a banger. How you doing? Because as you say, you've only got a couple of days to go, haven't you?
I'm literally like ready to pop.
Bloody hell, mate. Great wind, will you?
So no, I'm fine. I'm good.
No, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us.
Aisha, just real quick, yeah. I just want to say congratulations, by the way. Congratulations to you, and hope the child comes out safe and healthy and everything else, yeah.
Thank you.
I echo that as well. I echo that, mate. So, you know. Well, you know that anyway, don't you?
And I know for a fact, Aisha, when the child does come out, you're going to be sticking him in an Arsenal top a second if they come out. So.
Pretty much, yeah. He's already got so much Arsenal stuff. It's hilarious. And one of the ladies at work, she actually knitted him an Arsenal blanket. Like it's in red and white stripes.
Yeah.
Cool. So Aisha, how did you feel when you saw that Isaac wasn't even on the bench today? How did you feel, mate?
A little bit confused. I don't think he's injured, is he?
I don't know. I actually don't know because I did a preview show yesterday with a lad called Ben who I've been friends with for years. Yeah,
I thought a bit of it.
He didn't even know that he wasn't going to play.
I think it might have been like a thing about fitness because Isaac's been playing a lot of football, so it might be a fitness thing. So
it has been a lot. There's a lot of games this season, isn't there? So my favourite midfield three this season has been Partey, Jorginho, and Rice. I feel Arteta has a massive love fest with Odegaard, even when performing badly. Well, I'm sorry, mate, but I'm Odegaard's biggest fan, and I know Max is an Odegaard fan. I can't speak for Aisha, but she'll tell you in a second.
I like Odegaard. I know I'm actually quite annoyed with quite a percentage of the Arsenal fan base that were baying for his blood a couple of weeks ago because I just think it's the side of our fan base that I hate that is very fickle.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they were all singing his praises last season. He's had an awful injury. He came back. I still don't think he's right.
No.
I don't think there's anything else wrong with him. But if you notice, he's lost a lot of weight in his face. Like he's lost a lot of.
Yeah, he's gone. He is. Yeah.
And I'm thinking he's lost a lot of muscle, and he's still trying to build that all back up.
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so.
And I don't. And also, if you notice, him and Xhaka complement each other so well the way they play.
Yeah.
And they're never, ever, they're both not right, which means they're both not right playing together either.
Yeah. I can understand where you're coming from, Retro, right? But for me, Odegaard hasn't had the season of his high standards that he's had for the last couple. Do you know what I mean? But I will say this. We're in this game really because Raya's made some great saves in the first half. Oh, Saka, man, that was a bit greedy. Anyway. Oh, Mark's got a comment for you, Aisha. Bring some sense to these two. I'm talking sense all the time. It's Max that's got the issue with you. Just because you're Sterling's biggest fan, it's not our fault.
Des, I talk sense as well, just so you know. I talk sense, and he's the one that's upset about it.
Max, I don't know why he's moaning anyway. He's not even on the show, so he can't really complain, can he? You know what I mean? He might be in the chat, but he's not on the show.
Said this question's directed at you, by the way, from Mark. This question's directed.
Congrats, 9 months too late, Max. Okay. Right. Also, I have heard on good authority, Ian done all the work. So, Max, give congrats to Ian. Aisha, you can rebuttal on that if you want to, mate. That's all yours.
Listen, I was working up till Friday, and people were shocked that I was working till Friday. So, till yesterday, when I'm going in on Wednesday. So, I think that we can safely say that I do quite a lot of work.
I think that's quite safely said, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
So there you go, Mark. Shut your gob.
Considering that Aisha has to carry the baby, I think she's doing majority of the work. I'd say. I think that's a fair statement.
Max, did you do biology at school? You know your stuff. You do.
What makes me laugh is I'd actually convinced myself about 3-4 months ago, I'll still be able to go to the Emirates. up to the last game of the season. I'll be fine.
Yeah,
You're having a laugh, right? There's no way I would have been able to go.
I was going to say, there's no way you'd have got in a seat now, mate. Probably.
No, I struggled. The last game I went to the West Ham game, and I went into the seat sidewards. So I was quite big quite early on. So I don't think I would have made it today.
I get he's had an injury, but also annoys me still that we sold Smith Rowe. Well, 90% of the Arsenal fan base never wanted Smith Rowe to go, mate. It was just he wanted first team football. There's nothing we could do about it. And
also he was another injury prone player as well. If you remember, he couldn't stay fit either. So
and retro, he had a massive injury last season that kept him out for quite a long time.
But I know the injury prone thing is a valid argument, but the thing I will say about that I don't agree is that Tomiyasu has got glass legs, and he signed a new contract not long into this season. And I just think that if we're keeping players like Tomiyasu who are prone to injury, Smith Rowe is not prone to injury now. He might have had a horrible injury, but he's not prone to injury now. And then we made that Sterling deal off the back of selling Smith Rowe. I just think there was some very naive transfer decisions that were made in that point in the season.
Well, I'm going to be a bit controversial here because I get where you're coming from, but I also think that Edu's business wasn't always the best.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Guys, just look what just happened. Look what just happened on TV. Just look what happened. Please watch the footage.
Yeah. He got given a yellow, but that's a red, isn't it?
Oh, I just watched that because Lewis Skelly was almost like laughing in total disbelief.
I'm laughing in disbelief that wasn't. You see that I was the last man and think that's ruled about players being the last.
The things we've seen this season, apparently you can jump all over players and you don't get sent off.
You can hold by the foot as well, which apparently is fine.
Say again, love.
And also, in the Crystal Palace, right? And if they run towards the corner flag and you take them down and they're the last man, you get a yellow card. But if they're running through on goal and you take them down, it's a red card. Make it make sense.
Yeah, it's. What did you say just before what Max said, Aisha? I missed it. Sorry.
I said, but it's totally appropriate to hold Xhaka by the throat as well.
Oh yeah, last week.
Mm.
That's actual ABH. You know what I mean? Actual bodily harm, and you don't get a yellow. You don't even get a yellow for it. Yeah, well, these referees make up the rules as they go along, mate. And let's be honest, me and Max were talking about VAR before.
But in the Nottingham Forest game, in the West Ham game, where it took like literally 8 minutes to determine whether a player was offside or not, when they were literally the entire team was in front of the West Ham defenders. I'm like, bro, I have a pair of eyes that I can see it's onside. What are you looking at?
It's crazy, but it's not that VAR is bad. It's the people running it that are corrupt. That's what it is.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's a computer-based system. It's only going to do as much as the people that run it allow it to do.
It's a computer-based system, but can still have human error.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, me and Ben were talking about it yesterday on the preview show, and basically, we both said scrap VAR, but I said for next season, you've got to give this automated.
Automated system, yeah.
You've got to give it a chance because it might work. It might work, but I'm not putting any guarantees on it. You know.
I think at the moment we're one of the only clubs that's got the technology for it.
Yeah, we've already got the camera set up, haven't we?
Wasn't that nicknamed the FIFA camera because it was the one that the view is like when it goes backwards and forwards? It's on a train.
Yeah, I think so.
It's almost like watching them play FIFA.
Yeah, hold on, Mark's.
Yeah, and not to mention we have the third-person camera as well, like on the big string that's above the stadium, which we can use to bloody zoom in and all the rest of it as well.
I was quite surprised they had that shirt on today, to be fair.
I wasn't, because it's a new show. They want to advertise it for the new season. I wasn't surprised.
We didn't do it last season, but then Paul said, which I didn't even realise, that it's because we were still title contenders last season, so they wouldn't have let us wear it because it wouldn't have been allowed to be a Premier League winning shirt.
Yeah.
Do you like it, Aisha?
Do you know what? When I saw the initial promo pictures, I thought it was really boring. But now I've seen it
in the flesh. Now you've seen it in the flesh, yeah?
Now I've seen it on them, I feel different about it because unfortunately I do feel that over the last 5 seasons there's a bit of a samey thing going on. And that's why I kind of like the blue stripe of last year. But
I'm at throwing. So have they scored?
No. It was literally Ben White, and it was close.
I'm about 20 seconds behind, mate, and I can't speed mine up for some reason. Won't let me do it.
See, I normally, if I plan to.
Oh no, it's so close. Sorry, I just saw it.
If normally I always plan to go up in the loft room where my setup is.
Yeah.
But Sky Go is about 15-20 seconds behind. So I'm actually watching it in the living room on the TV because I just thought, oh, do you know what? I can't be bothered with all that. Because when I did the watch along with Richard a couple of
I'm just sorry. I've just seen. So that shows how far behind I am.
Yeah.
So Aisha, Emil Smith Rowe had an 18-month groin strain. Unless he has a lot of socks, it makes no sense. Okay.
I'm not even sure I understand what that means, but there you go.
I'm not quite sure. This is Mark we're talking about, love.
Yeah,
no one knows what Mark's on about half the time. Don't worry. But Tommy Asu, is his injury the longest Arsenal injury in quite a while?
No, it's got to be Timmy, isn't it?
It's what?
No, it's definitely Tommy Asu, because like Tommy Asu's like signed, and he's barely. I think he's played only like 8 or 9 games or he's or 12 games or something like that. Whereas Tinney's played at least over 50 games, and he's like he's still been injured. At least from what I remember, anyway.
There's no speed to get him back by the looks of it, is there? You know.
And you know what? You know the worst part about Tommy Asu? He won't be back until like August or November of like next season. So,
and then there's no guarantee, is there?
You know, I'm taking less time from work, from maternity leave, and I'm having a baby. Like, Jesus Christ. I'll be back.
Tommy Asu, sort it out. Aisha's having a baby, mate. Come on.
I'll be back before he is.
You'll have a baby before he comes back, Aisha.
I think from conception to the little one going to nursery, he'll be back before. I'll be back before he is.
Before I forget, Aisha, how's Ian doing? Is he all right?
He's here.
Oh, is he? He's just off camera. He's just off camera.
Well, let's just say that we had our baby shower yesterday, and we got a lot of vouchers and things. So we decided to go to Blue Water Shopping Centre because everything's under one roof.
Oh, I know Blue Water. Yeah.
And he hates it. So it's a case of he started off really well, bless him, and he was in a good mood. And then after we had something to eat, it just all went downhill. So, which I don't really blame him for. So, but we did get everything, so at least that's all right.
Because I used to live in Swanscombe, which is just up the road from me.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
ERS right arm is bigger than his left. Oh, Mark, leave it out, mate. How do you know?
That is a question, isn't it?
Mark, you're just jealous because ERS is bigger than you. That's all it is.
In height and other ways, I think, isn't it?
Probably in everything, Aisha, in every way. Oh, dear. We don't call him the wee Scotsman for nothing.
Didn't even know that was a nickname.
It is. No, it is a nickname. It is.
Well, to be fair, Aisha, though, like, to be fair, me and Richard both call him Shrimp, so it's Shrimp for a reason.
I don't get involved in that one.
No.
what I want to know is, so they've brought this new shirt out and they're parading it and everything now.
Yeah.
What I want to know is last 2 seasons, they've brought that horrible Prime out and they've changed the bottle just to look like the Arsenal shirt. I wonder if they're trying to rip the fans off today by selling that in the ground.
It wouldn't surprise
Probably.
me. But I've never had a drink of Prime in my life, mate. So
I haven't either.
I've never drunk it, but I got the look. They're $4.95 at the Emirates. They're $1.95 if you go to bloody Home Bargains, and it's the same one.
bloody hell.
Yeah. So
It would seem that Retroholic Gamer knows where Blue Water is as well. Horrid place to go, and good luck getting out of there around 3 or 4 p.m.
Where we are is only about 20-30 minutes up the road from it. So
where are you then? Because I used to do work the door in Gravesend. So where are you?
I'm just outside of Maidstone.
Oh, you're just outside of Maidstone, right? Oh, bloody hell! I didn't realise you were right on my doorstep.
Yeah, because I was born and bred in South London.
Yeah.
And my dad used to have a factory in North London.
Right.
And everyone's always been Arsenal supporters in my dad's family.
Yeah.
And we literally moved here because it was cheaper than buying something in London. That was it. Quite a lot cheaper, to be fair.
Yeah, I used to live in, my mum used to live in I live in Newcastle now, as you know, but back when I was living down there, this was around 1999, 2000. I used to live in Northfleet, just up the road from the ground in Northfleet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I worked in Gravesend, as I say. And then to get out of Gravesend, I went to Swanscombe, where all the gangsters live, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Went and lived in, I like Swanscombe, actually. I thought it was a nice little place. But yeah, I know the area pretty well. Yeah. And you're just outside Maidstone. You're a proper posh bird.
I don't know about that.
Take credit when you can get it, mate. Take credit when you can get it.
But
away. Go on,
come on, Havertz. Welcome back, son.
Havertz is coming on.
Havertz is coming on, is he?
Mm-hmm.
We said he would turn up, didn't we? Welcome back, Havertz. Apparently, you've been bulking up, haven't you? He's been bulking up, Havertz.
Yeah.
I really like Havertz. I hate when Arsenal fans moan about him. I'm just like, what I like about him is he looks happy to be there.
Yeah.
And not to mention, he gives you something different as well.
I like Havertz. I wasn't sure. I'll be absolutely 100% with you. I wasn't sure at first because I genuinely, I thought Chelsea graveyard again. Do you know what I mean? Because that's but then he proved himself. So fair enough. Get on with it.
And same with Jorginho as well. You know, we didn't think we were going to rate him very highly, and he actually turned out to be a fair decent signing. So
I'm gutted that Jorginho's gone. To be honest with you, I thought we would give him a year rolling contract.
Oh, hang on. So what's going on? The ref didn't like the look. Oh no, it's all right.
Mark thinks Maidstone is beautiful, Aisha, and he used to work in Margate. I've been there a few times as well.
Mate, there are parts of Maidstone that are absolutely beautiful. They are.
Well, they used to. The TV studio used to be there, didn't it, for the South? So it has to be beautiful if they put the TV studio in it.
Oh yeah. Actually, that was the backdrop of that was filmed just over the bridge near Maidstone.
Yeah. Waka waka, hey, waka waka, hey, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. Let's hope we can sing that in a minute.
Nice.
Aisha, we're doing oh, hello, go on, son. Oh, whoa. He's back. We're doing a watch along for the Women's Champions League match.
The final?
Yeah.
When is it?
Good question. But if you are available, I'll send you the link anyway.
Yeah.
I know you're going to be pretty busy going forward, but if you are available and you want to come on, just jump on, mate. All right?
Yeah, no problem. Oh,
women deserve the watch along for getting there. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, and I think that's another reason why we shouldn't be too disheartened about what's happened with the men, because not only obviously there is a higher level of competition in the men, because it's been an established trophy for so long and because of the calibre of the players that have been, their talent has been cemented, but the women's one has worked its way up. Our women have worked their way up, and I think you should still be happy that they're in that final.
Yeah,
At the end of the day.
I must admit, I want to keep Chloe Kelly. I must be honest with you. Mark's got another message for you, Aisha. No, Aisha is pregnant, Des, not bulking up. I didn't say Aisha, I said Havertz.
What about Havertz? Even I worked that one out.
Yeah. Aisha, on behalf of the show, I apologise for such comments.
That's all right. That's not a problem.
You know it wasn't aimed at you, mate.
Yes, I'm fine.
Yeah. Mark, I'm going to say it. You're a prick.
I'll get it away. That's fine.
Mark's an absolute wrong, and that's for sure.
He is. Do you know what, Max? Everything you've said about him today, he deserves. All right.
All right. In terms of
the conversation we're going to have on Monday morning, Mark. I tell you.
They were trying.
He was the one that copped out on the big Sunday. She's going to be copped out on the big Sunday show, saying, "Oh, I don't want to do it, because it's going to be too hectic with the game on that's today. So let's put something else on instead."
Yeah, put Brian's dreams. Have you done that yet, Aisha? Has Mark done your dream team with you yet?
He's put a load of stuff in a message to me, right. But I haven't quite had a chance to go through it properly yet. So I'm going to have a good look.
Don't give anything away on air, will you?
No.
Keep it for your show, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. It's a good little series. Have you been watching it?
Bits and pieces, but it's just because I've been so busy. But I know they're up on the channel, so I was going to catch up with the ones I haven't seen.
It's a good little series, to be honest with you. It's a good idea, So.
And no surprise, Mark thinks he has the best one.
Of course, Mark. Yeah.
Idea or team?
Hey, say again.
Idea or team?
He reckons he's got the best team. He reckons he's made the best team since sliced bread, mate. We'll see, won't we?
Oh, yeah. Proof's going to be in the pudding.
As I've said before, though, I know tonight Brian's is a little bit controversial, so it's going to be worth a watch. And that's dropping at 8 p.m. tonight, guys. So make sure you get that watched and leave comments and take the mick as much as you want. We really don't mind.
Arteta a card.
Oh, my Lord.
It's the last one of the season.
That's a card, isn't it? He just threw the ball away. Hold on. Where's the card for the ball being thrown away?
Because he kicked the ball back onto the pitch, he got a card.
So he kicked the ball to pass it back to the Newcastle player.
How petty is that?
Last home game of the season.
10 minutes. 10 minutes extra time.
I don't know what the stat is now, but about 5 minutes ago, we had 73% possession.
Yeah, I can tell you. I'll have a look, mate. I'll have a look. 1 second. It's been the first half.
He's got a touchline ban now against Southampton.
Oh, you fuck!
What's he been done for? Dissent.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's ridiculous. Right, what was the question you asked about the stats, Aisha?
About 5 minutes ago, it was showing that we had 73% possession.
It's saying 56. It's saying 56 on mine at the moment, but yours might be more up to date. But if we win this now, we are guaranteed second.
Yeah.
And I've got to say,
honestly, so sorry, Des, 1 second, right? Referee, honestly, that referee is an absolute bellend. Honestly, like seriously, he was passing the ball back to a bloody Newcastle player, and the referee is like, "Oh, your time delay, yellow card." You're like, and then he's like, "Oh, yeah, because you can't do your job properly. He fucking has to go at you," and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." It's just that. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Absolute clown.
Brian is not a little controversial. He is massively controversial. Okay.
Well, Willock just thought he was playing rugby.
Yeah.
Because that went way, I don't know where he was aiming.
Aisha, you came in at the right time, to be honest with you, because the first half was really flat. Really flat.
When we was listening to it on the radio, we both said the same thing. It was like, this sounds really boring.
Yeah. I mean, the fans were flat as well. There was no noise coming from no one. Ooh.
So Aisha, what's your husband's thought on the game so far?
What do you reckon?
In the second half, but I don't know. It feels like got balanced.
He said it feels quite balanced, but I think he also wants to say it looks quite boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way: it needed the goal. Otherwise, it would have been a boring match. It needed the goal. I can't believe I've only got one more watch. Well, apart from the Women's Champions League, I've only got one more watch along this season. It's gone like that.
Well, Ian was laughing at me the other day because when we got the date for the C-section, they said, "Oh, if everything goes all right, you'll go in on the Wednesday. You'll be home by the Thursday, sort of morning to afternoon." And I went, "Oh, I'll be home in time for the darts." And he went, "I don't believe you just said that." I haven't had food cravings. I'm like obsessed with the darts. But saying that, my dad's always loved the darts, so I've always watched it. But literally, the world stops on a Thursday night for me to watch the darts. It's really funny.
Premier League, yeah. It's Premier League of darts, isn't it? Yeah. I watch the darts when I can. Yeah.
Mark, go do one, mate. Honestly.
They were at the Metro Arena in Newcastle about a month or so ago.
Yeah.
And we were just going round there as they were all coming out. They were all mental. The fans were all mental.
It's at the O2 in about 2 weeks' time, but I won't be able to go for. There's no way I'm going to be up to going to that, which is a shame because my cousin would get tickets.
Ian, Max. Ian thinks Max is a twat.
It does, but he knows me.
He said, I don't know who Max is.
Ian,
Exactly.
Max is on the screen, mate. Ian, Mark is putting words in your mouth, fella.
Mark's trying to wind you up by getting you in trouble for something.
I can't understand Mark's accent. So.
He says he can't understand Mark anyway. So
yeah.
Well, we're both. I'm Scottish as well, Ian, but I've got I'm London Scottish, so I'm Scockney-ish.
Scockney-ish.
Yeah, so I'm London Scottish.
I never realised till we were talking last night how bunched up the top of the league actually was.
Yeah. It's closer than you think. Kai playing is good. You get a
Jokeres are awesome, and playing he would be good.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Kroenke came out today and said that he's buying that they will be spending money in the summer. I don't know how true that is.
Apparently, we've been saying it for months, right? And me and Mark and this is what the dream team is all about. We've apparently got a £300 million war chest, and then whatever money we make from selling players. So take into that what you want.
But
I think the crazy thing is, Aisha, right? Sky Sports think we have 100 million we need to sell before we can buy. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, because like what happened to like the summer beforehand where we literally had like 15 million million like profit, right? And then we didn't sign in January, and like where the hell is that money gone? And the Champions League money, the Premier League money, like, and then we have like the competitors in how far in the FA and Carabao Cup we went into. I know it's not much, but it's still something. Like
you've also got 99.12 million for the Champions League.
I just said that Champions League, Premier League.
Oh, sorry,
FA Cup, Carabao Cup,
I didn't say that, mate. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so
Tierney's coming on.
Yep. Last game for him at home.
I think it's quite a shame he's going, to be honest.
That's what we said earlier. Aisha. I know his injuries, but he's been a good servant to the club.
Yeah. But at least he's going back to a club he loves. Like it's not
Yeah.
it's not a big money thing, and it's
No.
you can see the integrity of who he is because of where he's going.
And Arsenal fans will always respect him.
And look, everyone's standing up and clapping him and giving a standing ovation, rightly so.
My controversial thing is I think Trossard might go in the summer.
Oh, I hope not. I really like Trossard.
But I
like
think
him.
I like him too. We all like him, Aisha. I don't think that's the question, but I think out of Martinelli and Trossard, I think Trossard's probably the more likely to go, and I think because Martinelli's younger and got more about him. I think Trossard's being his age, and I think they're just worried about his injuries, and I think they're also I think he's with his age in terms of slowing down, and I think he's just a little bit like he's great when he comes on, he scores goals and he shows up and all that kind of stuff. But I think he's just like they want something a bit more reliable.
Erdegaard has just done his nut because a player basically laid on the ball, and he's going like, what is he doing? And then the ref let them carry on play.
Ooh,
What do you reckon for added time?
I reckon 8, 10
5,
minutes.
5,
Really?
6.
Yeah, they've been given 10 minutes every game at the moment.
Yeah, they did at the FA Cup final yesterday as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, by the way, a stat just came up on my screen. If David Ray gets a clean sheet, he's one ahead of Sells, who's at Nottingham Forest.
All right, cool.
Go on,
And
Martinelli.
in the Golden Glove race. So
Katie, get me a goal.
Emirates was singing his name.
Singing his name. It'd be lovely if he got a goal to say goodbye with. You know what I mean? I think that would be absolutely brilliant.
Come on, Martinelli.
I actually saw Henri's last goal at the Emirates when he played Leeds.
Mm-hmm. I saw it on the telly.
No, I mean I was there.
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
And I'm not ashamed to say that I did cry a little bit.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you know, because at the end
if I'd have been there, I probably would have cried with you. I would have cried with you, mate. Oh, go on, Nelly. You lot have already seen this, but I just want to get a little bit excited.
Mate, Jesus, how long back are you?
Why did you do the extra touch? Why'd you do the extra touch? You should have smashed it. Sorry, Nelly, I don't mean to provoke you. 602 people watching. Thank you so much. Don't forget, leave us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and if you're watching this and you watch us on the regular and you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because it would mean a lot to the three of us that are sitting here now and everybody else involved in the channel. And look, for the second half, Aisha has brought a touch of class to the proceedings. Do you know what I mean? Before that, you had to put up with us two wraiths and strays. You know what I mean? So Aisha being here, that deserves a thumbs up just on its own.
Thank you.
Yeah.
5 minutes. I was just off 5 minutes.
I just said to you, how far back are you? Are you like the beginning of the season or the beginning of the game? Like, what's going on? Literally, I'm like, you're going to say to me, I was August 2024 in a minute.
Sorry, I won't get what you've just said till about a minute and a half away.
Yeah.
All right? Come on, lads. We can do this. This guarantees second place. Come on.
Aisha, by the way, I did say 5 minutes. Just so you know, I did say 5 minutes.
Oh, listen to it. I did say 5 minutes.
They usually give a straight 5 if there's been a red card or a penalty, though, don't they? There's not really been much
he's given a red card, hasn't he? He's given it to Blooming Arteta, hasn't he? He's had 2 yellow cards.
I
mean, I could be wrong.
Oh my God! The Newcastle player has literally just what looked like he's kicked. I couldn't see which player it was, but he literally kicked David Raya in the back of the leg, trying to get the ball off of him.
Do you think it would have been? I'll ask both of you because you're both here, right? So this is a question to both of you. Do you think Isak would have made a difference today? Ladies first, Max. Ladies first.
Sure.
I'm not entirely sure because, to be honest with you, I wonder how much both teams are really putting into this because Newcastle have qualified, haven't they, really? I mean, they've only got to win their next game and then their last game or get a point and they should be all right.
That's Everton, isn't it? Their next game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're at home.
Panette just chuck him to the ground. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've seen the Raya incident. Sorry, yeah.
I'm not quite sure how that wasn't a card, but...
And there's the other player that's going this season, Jorginho. Fair play.
Yeah. There's his goodbye as well then. So, guys, we're in injury time. Your man in the match, please. Max?
Probably David Raya.
David Raya, right. Aisha, have you got one?
I'll give it to Declan Rice because he broke the momentum and the boredom and actually scored.
I'm going to say Declan Rice as well, but Raya's a close second with them saves that he made in the first half, Max.
Yeah, they've just replayed it again because obviously I didn't see them because we were listening to it on the radio, but I've just seen them. I mean, his reflexes are tremendous. You can't take that away.
And we needed to win today. We needed to win.
And he did it at a point where where the Newcastle was just on top at that period where so.
This ref don't know what he's doing. He's just given the card to Raya for what happened when the other player kicked him in the leg.
I mean, I know we're not on the pitch, right? I know we're not, but they can't see much different to what we see, can they?
They're right in front of it.
No.
Yes. They're right in front of it. We're seeing on TV.
No, and to be honest with you, like when I'm there, I'm North Bank upper. I'm literally just above the goal, right? I get a pretty good view of most of the stuff that goes on. And like with that whole thing when Declan Rice got sent off for at the Brighton game, wasn't it?
Yeah, when he kicked the ball away, yeah.
Jesus Christ, it just slipped out of Raya's hands, and luckily enough the defenders were there. Hang on, Martinelli.
Mark's giving it to KT. He's only been on 5 minutes. He's
literally just fallen over, so I don't know what Mark's going on about.
No, Mark, it's your choice, mate. I know I'm laughing, but that's your choice. Fair enough, mate.
Man of the match, Kieran Tierney.
You know what I mean? He's only been on 5 minutes. Kieran Tierney.
Oh, come on, ref.
We love you, really, Mark. We love you.
Get it away, get it away, get it away. There's a lot of pressure on me being 30 seconds ahead of you lot. Oh, you are not going for a penalty. You fell on your own arse.
The referee's completely lost the control of the game. Like he's lost the flow, like the entire flow of the entire game. Like
the whole crowd are like blowing fake whistles.
Yeah, because it's like I'm at like 30 seconds down.
I'm behind you, I know, but that's a foul on Jorginho.
And
has he given a penalty?
No. Come on. Get it away.
Ring that.
Willock's got it. Right, I'll
bloody
the flag. It's off. Surely they go give it to Raya now and he's going to kick it out and it'll be done. Because they're a minute and a half over.
It's been a minute now, Aisha.
You slip. I've just seen.
Oh, now their goalkeeper's up in our box.
I've just seen that the Guimaraes thing. He slipped.
Yeah, he slipped on his arse. He didn't do it. Well, they've got a corner. This has got to be the last kick of the game.
Good punch by Raya. Nelly, why didn't you just chase down to the corner, mate? Oh, Nelly, man.
Right, Raya's got it in his hands. He's on the floor. Oh, my God, they are lit. Okay, there's a fight broken out.
For God's sake.
There's a fight broken out. Burns is literally being held back. And for once, Lewis Skelly is not in the thick of it. He was laughing, though, and taunting someone. Oh, my God.
Blow the bloody whistle, you divvy.
It's 2.5 minutes now. Right, this ref don't know. He's just giving cards
like
out. Like,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Jesus.
They're only trying to get a penalty.
Oh, get away, Aquila, you absolute bell end. Honestly, you go and shave that highlighted hair off your head and go off and fuck off. Honestly.
Oi, a bit of a scuffle, but I know you already said this, but
Well, at the moment, the refs are all the way
fuck
round. I
off
don't know what's
tonight.
going
Go
on.
fuck off tonight. Go get out the fucking refs here, you prick. Don't.
easy, Max, easy with the language, mate. Yeah, but I know.
Mate, he's my Italian heritage. I can go and slate him as much as I want, right? He's Italian. I'm allowed to slate him.
This referee's just lost it in the last 5 minutes, isn't he?
I Louis just said that, Des. Thanks for catching up, mate. I
told you there was a satellite issue, mate. I told you.
I think this ref is going to give them a penalty.
No. Why are they all round?
No, he hasn't. He's just blown time. Basically, I think what he was trying to find out was he meant to be giving them a penalty before he blew the final whistle? And I think they've gone, no, blow the final whistle.
Mate, if he was going to give a fucking penalty for that, right? If you see the guy who literally punched Havertz in the face.
I'm catching you up now, guys.
Tell me what you think, because there was no VAR decision. It never came up on the screen. So I don't know if that justifies whether or not there is going to be some form of, Yeah,
but Raya had the ball under control. So I don't know why he's even thought about having to give a bloody penalty.
You could. Darren Ray caught the ball, and then Dan Burn literally goes up to Havertz and literally pushes him in the face, right? And then they have a big fucking scuffle in front of the goal, and then like, come on, what the fuck?
There you go. Yeah, he's just blown the whistle. Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking number 18 prick, Oscilla, right? Go and shave those pubes hairs off your head and stop fucking pushing our boys around.
So we are guaranteed. We are guaranteed second place, guys.
Yeah. Honestly, that's literally all the entire tactic was just lump the ball up to Callum Wilson and literally push our players around. Honestly,
I do love your guys' passion. I really do. I think it shines through when you're on the show, and when we have other guys on as well. Whoever I have on with me, the passion is there. You know what I mean? But the frustration is there as well. Because look how frustrated you two got.
There's one team. There's one team in the Premier League that there's players in that team that I can't stand, and that's Newcastle. There's a few players in that Newcastle team I can't stand, and Osilla's one of them. Bruno Guimaraes is the second one, right? Freaking Fabian Schär is the other one because he rolls around like a big giant baby, right? And then you got freaking Barnes, that from Newcastle, that one that bloody like rolls around is like he's been shot by a sniper all the time when like he goes 1-on-1 with someone. Like honestly.
If there are any Newcastle fans watching, that's just the opinions of Max. But
I'm gonna throw it out there. This is a controversial-ish opinion. I think all the points that we've lost this season, fair enough. We can agree that it was ours to throw away, not really Liverpool's to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually think beating City 5-1 was a poison chalice, and that actually destroyed our season at the end of it. And the reason I'm saying that is I believe that if we'd lost that game, we had 3 days left of the transfer window, we would have bought some players. But because we beat the mighty City with a group of kids and all these injuries, the boards took that as being, we don't need to spend any money. And part of me is equally happy we didn't win the Champions League for the same reason. Because if we had won the Champions League with all these injuries and this group of players, we would be buying no one in the summer, and we desperately need to build our squad.
I just noticed Gabriel's off crutches. So that's a good sign. But going back to what you just said, I think you're right. I genuinely think, I don't like always agreeing with people because it sounds a bit too cliche and all that sort of stuff. But you make a good point. You make a really, really good point.
Okay, you continue. I'll jump in after you finish.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, I think for me, yeah, I think on that, yeah, is that I generally think, regardless of whether we won the Champions League or not, in terms of the Champions League context, I think we would have spent money, because I think the fans wouldn't have allowed Arteta to not spend money, and the fans would have definitely held the club accountable to spending money. So I think in terms of that, I think we were spending money. And back to the Man City, the Poison Chalice thing, all right, I think that their intentions were always to go and spend money in January, and I think in the summer, and I don't think they had the transfer targets and the plans and the timelines and all the money ready for January. So they probably looked at it and went, do you know what? Let's save our powder for January, for the summer, and we'll fix the team then. And plus they kind of figured, with Jorginho going, parting with a question mark next to him, and a few other players going in and out, obviously Tierney, and obviously we just mentioned as well, I generally think and obviously Jesus probably in the winter one is probably, along with Tommy Ash, is probably going to get moved on. I generally think they're probably looking at it going, well, if once we free up some wages, we've got players to bring in, and plus we've got 250 mil to go and spend, so we'll go and fix the team up then. So, you know,
I think if we hadn't won that game against City, we would have had Ollie Watkins by now, because I reckon
I can simplify it. It's one statement, and it's so simple. The biggest mistake we made was not getting a striker in January. Yeah. Because all that does, me saying that, Aisha and Max, what you've just said, me just saying that one sentence backs you up 100%. Do you see what I mean? And
yeah, but Des, we all the fans know we need a striker. We all the fans knew we needed a striker in the summer, but we didn't get it.
I know that. But as a club,
would you like to just to break up this serious debate going on? Would you like to have a laugh about something I've just noticed that's just made me chuckle? Right, I will kind of still have to stand up for this. I just noticed as he walked across the screen that I'm wearing this green dress. Right, I currently have the same belly as the Gunnosaurus. Right? If I could get a shirt on there now and a hat, I could go and be
Gunnosaurus. No,
yeah, could dress up as Gunnosaurus.
Yes, Max, I know what you're saying. The fans did know, we did know, but it's the team that made the mistake, not us. The team. Yeah, they didn't get a striker in January, and we were screaming. Yeah, we were screaming in January, get a striker, and we could. In fairness, right, we could have got Sesko.
Yeah, and you know what the thing is, Des, we also, before Duran went to obviously Saudi Arabia, we were linked with him strongly, and the whole thing with Ollie Watkins and obviously with Duran, right? Obviously Duran ended up going to Saudi Arabia, and then we had to switch to our target at the last minute was to Ollie Watkins, which is why that picked up at the last minute. But obviously we didn't weren't really.
That was last minute. That's been on the cards for a long time.
Part of the problem with that as well, guys, I've got an excuse for that as well, right? Arsenal have this thing where, there's a get out clause. We won't pay that. What we want to do is we want to give you 60 million, but we want to pay it in instalments. That's what lets Arsenal down as well, because they won't just go out and go, here's your 65 million, here's your 70 million, 80 million, we'll take the man. Yeah, we'll take him, but we want him 10 million cheaper, and we want to pay in instalments.
Yeah.
Sorry, sorry, Des. I'm just going to turn the TV sound up so I can hear what the commentate, what Arteta's going to say. And
yeah, of course.
Hold on.
Yeah.
And I think you're right, but also sometimes I think we're too careful with how we conserve money for fear of ending up in the
PSR
red.
And the fair play rules and all that. So we're scared of that as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm just listening to Declan at the moment. He's been worth every penny, though, hasn't he, Declan Rice?
Oh yeah, 100%. There's no doubt about that one. No doubt about that one at all.
So next Sunday is the Southampton match. We'll be doing a watch along for that one. Max, if you're available, just jump on, mate. I'll make sure I thought the link had been put in the chat. That's why I didn't do it until I did. Because Paul was sorted this one out. So I thought he'd already done it. So that was my bad. Sorry about that.
One second, Des.
All right. Aisha, if you could buy one,
Yeah.
I know you're going to do your dream team, right? But if you could buy one player tomorrow, who would it be?
I probably there's three that I would like to get my
Do you want to tell us who they are, or
Ollie Watkins? I still think would be a great fit at Arsenal. I still like the idea of Isak, but I'm sure he's off to the Saudi leagues. And the other one that I've noticed a lot of the last year, and he's not playing at the moment. He's young and he could fit in quite nicely with the young players at Arsenal. Is Arda
yeah? I was
Güler.
going to ask you actually, because I wasn't sure what position he played.
I'm pretty sure he's
I
a
wasn't sure what
striker.
position he played for. I know he's Turkish, isn't he? He's Turkish, isn't he? Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, he plays for. He's at Real
Yeah,
Madrid, isn't he?
he's young as well,
Sure,
isn't he? So
he's
someone
really
else. Oh yeah, Sean, who did the dream team, picked him as well. So can you give us any background on him?
Well, he's an attacking midfielder, but he's 20. He does play for Madrid. He also plays number 8 for the Turkish national side. He comes from Fenerbahce originally.
Right.
But his style of play would complement players like Xhaka and players like Havertz and players like Skelly and Wanieri.
Because the reason I'm asking is because before this he wasn't getting much game time at Real Madrid, but now that what's his face, Alonso, is going to be the manager, do you think that might change?
I don't know, to be honest, because there's still other players that could play his position before him, but he is only 20. So are they paying him a good enough wage he can sit on the bench, and then when they need him, they'll bring him on and then he'll build his career at Real Madrid? Who knows? But I think the strength of that squad, I can't see that he's going to be there long, because I think he wants to play. I mean, he was with the Fenerbahce youth team and he was one of the strongest players they had at the youth team. And I just think he'd fit really nicely in with the players that we've got that are roughly the same age. We could build a very nice up front. And no, he's not a striker, but he's an attacking midfielder.
So he could fit in with Rice and Odegaard as an example as well, couldn't he? I mean, I know Zubimendi's meant to be, basically we'll wait until the 1st of June. Do you know what I mean? And I know Zubimendi's going to fit in there really, really, really good. But you need options, don't you? You know?
And that's what's done us this season, not having the options. I mean, we've done incredibly well considering what we have gone through.
Because Max is busy at the moment. What's your thoughts on Kivior filling in for Gabriel Magalhaes? Do you think he deserves a new contract?
Oh, I think he deserves a new contract. And at the end of the day, again, it's about that building a squad. You can't not give a player an extension on his contract or a new contract just because he's not as good as the player that he's currently filling in for, because that's how he does become as good as the player he's filling in for, is by you allowing him to fill in, and then you can rotate them, because we can't rely on Gabriel and Saliba all the time. Look how Saliba plays without Gabriel, and if Saliba got injured, Gabriel would play the same without Saliba.
Hello, Mark. How you doing?
I'm good, apart from Max trying to kick me. Like, what's this guy all about? And Aisha, I'm really, truly sorry for Des calling you fat on show.
I didn't. Aisha knows the truth. Don't worry about it. Max is on mute at the moment because he's listening to commentary, mate. So he'll have a chat with you in a minute. He's been going for you all game, bro.
Oh, bro, he has. He's got something up. He's got something thinking about. Aisha, on behalf of In the North Bank and all the guys would say the same to you. Good luck on Wednesday and congratulations, Ian. I appreciate you done most of the work on this. And yeah.
He drives the car.
Right, don't worry. Go on, Max. Go on. Say hello to your little friend down the bottom.
Here you go, Mark.
I didn't see it haven't gone. You two rat. Absolutely right. Oh, hi, Mark. How are you? I thought you were sleeping all day.
So,
Just watch up on the laptop, but I would have kicked you ages ago.
so,
I'm
so
kidding, I'm kidding.
Mark, how do you feel that your favourite player didn't come on the pitch?
Delighted. He's not even getting the game against Southampton. Seriously, he's not even getting the game against Southampton.
Mate, well, we've guaranteed second place now, so that's good.
Yeah. Aisha's not heard it. Aisha's not heard it, but Aisha, when I done my dream team, I got asked about Raheem Sterling, and I actually said Arsenal should not have signed Sterling and gave £100,000 a week to the homeless in and around the Emirates because they've given more to Arsenal than Raheem Sterling. Do you think that's a fair point?
Well, considering the amount of waste from people eating from the burger vans outside the Emirates every week, and those poor sods actually do end up eating the stuff around the Emirates, so therefore they clean up around the Emirates effectively. I'd say
Thank you, Aisha. I appreciate that. I honestly appreciate it.
I think you're probably right,
I've got to say, guys, I mean, I'm not in any particular rush to end this, by the way, but it's been a great watching on. The first.
By the way, can I just quickly touch upon two things?
I'm the host. Give me.
Can I it's not been a very good watch along. Honestly.
I've got to be honest, Mark. You can shut your gob and all, right? Right. I've got to be honest. The first half was flat. Me and Max were having a good bit of banter, good bit of comedy. Mark, you missed a good show. It's a shame you weren't here because it would have been just as good. Aisha, you've made it, a bit better. Aisha brought a bit of class to the actual watch along. Well, I said that I did see. Shows how much you've been watching because I did actually say that.
I've been watching the whole thing. I couldn't get the stream on my phone when I was travelling, so I had to listen to you two up there. I'm going to watch my language. I had to listen to you two, and I knew absolutely nothing at all that went on in the first half because there was absolutely zero commentary. There was nothing at all. Like, honestly, I mean,
I'm getting a phone call from Raheem Sterling. Do you want me to forward it to you, Mark?
Honestly, it was more interesting watching the sheep run about the fields on the way down rather than it was listening to you two.
Blah, blah, blah. Well,
what I'm interested in is what's going to happen with him at the end of the season. Because I've heard rumours that Chelsea are trying to look for some clause where they don't have to take him back.
Don't. He's going to kill over in a minute, Aisha. Max, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I had the opportunity to listen to what Martin Odegaard was saying, and obviously Mikel Arteta was saying after the game, and they obviously both spoke very, very differently. So obviously Martin Odegaard obviously spoke about. One of the questions was was he disappointed about the PSG game, and obviously and how the season ended. And he obviously responded back obviously we're disappointed about how it happened. We want more, we need more, the fans need more, and we want to give it to them and all that kind of stuff. And they deserve it for the season that they've had, and we know we haven't been at our best, and and I know I haven't been at my best, and we want to give more, and all that kind of stuff. So, so he was very sort of very reflective and all that kind of stuff. And then obviously Mikel Arteta, obviously they asked him a few other questions, but obviously Mikel Arteta obviously got asked about the season in general, and he said obviously we have our reasons, and obviously there's been reasons why we haven't performed, and obviously this and everybody knows the reasons, but it's by no means is it not good enough. No, by no means are we happy with where we are, and we want to keep pushing and all that kind of stuff, and as well to keep pushing that. We want to bring the trophies home, and we're just disappointed that we couldn't bring the trophy back to you guys, is what he said, in that Spanish accent of his and all that kind of stuff. And so I mean, it's good to hear these things, from the captain obviously, and obviously from the manager as well, because obviously the captains are very as a reflective of the manager and obviously all that kind of stuff. And I just hope my main concern is that he's not going to get what he needs, and I hope the board back him, and so there's no more excuses now, because players like Saliba, and as I said in the pod, right, and I'll say it again, and I've said this for quite some time now. Like players like Saliba, Saka, Gabriel, Declan Rice, they're not going to be here forever if we continue to fail out and miss out on trophies, you know. And the likes of Real Madrid, the likes of other teams will be coming in for these players because they are top quality players.
Can I just stop you a minute? I'm still watching this. This is why players like Lewis Skelly and Saka, we need to be building our team around them for a lot of reasons. Lewis Skelly has just literally jumped into a section of the crowd, signing shirts. He's like running along where the junior gunners are, like clapping all the kids' hands. He keeps coming back, even though the security are telling him he needs to go down the tunnel.
Yeah.
And that to me just shows the boy ain't got an attitude problem. He just plays for that club and he loves everything that he does. But we need more of that. I know that we've got talking about £300 million war chest and we're talking about all this stuff, but there's something in me that goes, I just wish we could go back to 1980s football when wearing that shirt and the love of that game is actually what it's about. Because for me, I think Chelsea have destroyed this league because the minute Abramovich took over, it set a bar that clubs like Arsenal at one point, it was impossible, absolutely impossible to match. And we're still in the mentality of we don't want to spend that money because we do genuinely believe in the love of the game and just buying in someone is not the best way to win it. But we've got to get out of that mentality. But at the same time, it's so lovely to see players like that because these kids, that is what they deserve. Some of these kids, and this is what pisses me off when Arsenal, they go on the pitch and they can't be bothered to play. Like the game when before we played PSG where they just didn't turn up. And I was watching that thinking there are some kids in that ground with their parents who that might be the only ticket they've been able to afford that season. And they've bought that back in September, excited to go to that. And the players like, yeah, can't be bothered. Still got a moral obligation to play in front of these people. And kids like Lewis Skelly and Wanieri, they just prove to me that.
100%. Can I just say before anybody else comes through that, Matt, you've just broken down Odegaard and Arteta's post-match interview, which I would imagine would have lasted 5 minutes. I want to make 2 points on it. The first one is, it
was when they were standing in front of the banner mark. It was the thing that they were.
Yeah, right, okay, yeah, right. So say that out. Sorry, I do apologise. Can I just say 2 points on that? The first point would be that your take on that lasted longer than the game. So I don't know if you're having a podcast within a podcast. And the second point, whoever asked Arteta or Odegaard for how we feel about going out to PSG, really need to hang their head in shame. What am I going to say? Yeah, do you know what? We're having a party tonight because we are absolutely delighted that we're not in the Champions League final. What a question. See, people that come up with these ideas and come up with these questions just need to be shot. They really do. They shouldn't even be in the job.
There's negativity in the questions.
It is. I mean, the way you meant to say that. Yeah, we're delighted that we went out to PSG in the semi-final. Do you know what? We actually didn't play well in parts of that game deliberately to give PSG the chance to knock us out. So we're absolutely over the moon.
I mean,
it was brilliant all round. In fact, but we're actually thinking to make it easier for PSG, we're actually even going to give Sterling some game time. I mean, would you want people to say that?
Exactly. I mean, going back to Aisha about the kids, right? I agree with you, right? What's the point of having an academy if you're not going to bring kids through? And is it Downings? Have I got his name right?
Yeah, Max Downings.
Max Downings. This lad's got so much potential. You know, Arsenal do care about their academy. Yeah, there's loads of other clubs who don't.
And you know, I know I was making a bit of a tongue-in-cheek joke about me loving the darts earlier, but do you know how many schools around the country now, because of Luke Little, have got darts academies?
It just takes one person.
Kids actually wanting to get involved. If you want to stop knife crime, you want to get kids off the streets, you want to stop county lines, you want to stop all these things that kids are getting themselves involved in. You want to reduce the risk of safeguarding. Get them to love sport and get them to look up to players like, you know, like when we do Black History Month at school, I tell you what, I show the kids 2 things, right? And I say to them, I don't care if you're not Arsenal supporters. It's not about Arsenal. I show them the clip with Ian Wright when he finds his teacher again.
Yeah.
When he's there. and I showed them a clip with Zaka where he talks about how his mum and dad wouldn't let him sign his contract with Arsenal unless he passed his A levels.
I mean, it's like me with my wheelchair rugby, right? I've found sport again, and do you know what? My life has changed because I got comfortable. You know what I mean? I got the and I thought at my age I probably wouldn't find anything again to get me interested in something that I could focus on something else. You know what I'm saying? And my wheelchair rugby is something else. It really is something else. I love it to bits. And Mark's always taking the mick, but that's all right. I don't mind because it's all part of it.
There's like I'm quite proud that you're actually doing it, mate. And there's a bit banter between us. Yeah, you know it's a bit banter between us, but deep down, I've have to like.
Well, let's
gun in my head. I'm gonna tell you that I'm actually really proud that you're doing it, mate. And I can't wait. I'll come down and I'm going to come down and watch you.
You want my wife to chuck me down the stairs, don't you? So let's
just so you're a bit more disabled for the wheelchair.
Like I'm not disabled enough, eh?
No, just a wee bit more. That's what we need.
You've met me in person, and even now you still think I'm not disabled enough. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. I think if you're meant to be in a wheelchair, you should be in a wheelchair. It's not like half-hearted. I'm kidding. I'm joking. That is bad. That is really bad. I don't
Next
think
time I
that's
see my specialist, I'm going to recommend that to him. And when he says who said that, I'm going to say it was a little wee Scotsman.
I don't mean that. You
know, don't be silly. I know how you meant it. Don't worry.
Can we also make a point that, like, why is the Arsenal contingency on this panel Paul Merson? He's only an Arsenal fan when we're winning, and any other time he's a Chelsea
because
fan.
Omri's on a different channel, babe. That's why.
Do you know, I love Harry roast Spurs. I think he's my favourite.
Do you know what? I actually like him and Micah Richards together. The other guys at the Liverpool lad, kick him out. Him and Jamie
Carragher and Rachel. What's her name? Rachel, and that's on SBS or whatever.
She's funny with the guys as well. She needs to be there. But kick Carragher out, kick Neville out. They shouldn't be pundits. They should not be pundits no matter what.
Do you know what? I find the balance, and honestly, it's brilliant. And I've done this for the best part of the season. Is I actually, like, if I'm not on the watch-alongs, I listen to the watch-along, and I keep my volume down, like on the TV, or I'll jump on half an hour before the game, and the volume has to be down if you do that. And I'll turn it up because commentary is okay. It's just analysis I can't stand. And half time, I'll jump on the watch-along again. And then full time, I never hear it. So and it's just bliss. It's absolute bliss.
I've got to be honest, right? The watch along thing was just an idea that we had kind of in the middle of the season, wasn't it, Mark? It wasn't at the beginning of the season. It was kind of in the middle. And you know what I mean? I thought I'll just do a couple to see how it goes down. I'll be absolutely honest with you guys, right? And me and Richard did the first couple, and Mark was coming on at the pre-show and then half-time and at the end, right? And it just absolutely, I thought, yeah, we can run with this. So next season, we're going to come back even better and even stronger.
You know why I think these watch-alongs gain so much traction and why a lot of people love them is because I remember back in the day when you used to just watch these games on Sky, and do you remember when it was like Andy Gray commentating everything? And he does every time Man United got the ball, they were the most glorious thing in any other team. I remember my dad turning the commentary down on the telly and putting Capital Gold on the radio. But now, because of the sponsorship deals with things on the radio, you can't always do that, because if you're listening on a device, they won't necessarily let you tune in on a device when it's live. The radio often cuts out, like, it's not the best thing. But with watch-alongs, you can tune into so many different ones, and people are, you tune into your favourite one that you like, you think someone that's pretty good, and you just listen to their commentary.
Mates talking, Aisha. It's just mates talking.
Actually, you're not on that point, right? You're talking about Gray talking about was football and all that, right? It was funny. I think when I first started watching watch-alongs, right, especially watching like the football, like commentators speak, right. Every time we'd play United, right, I would always have Gary Neville on commentary, right, having a moan every time United touched the ball. It's like, oh, Like it's like I'm like, come on, bro. Like, what are you having like an orgasm and on bloody commentary? Like seriously, bro. Like, what kind of commentary is that? Like,
You are meant to be meant to be impartial. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to go because I'm going to get my
thanks
dinner on.
for coming on.
Yeah.
Mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
No problem.
Also, as we say, good luck for Wednesday. You know, I know it's going to go fine, and wish you all the best with it. All right.
I
See you later,
actually,
everyone.
it's my first time seeing you on camera. By the way, it was my first time.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's an Aisha virgin.
Ian's
Thanks,
not.
Des.
Never heard that phrase.
See you later.
See you
Take care.
later.
Thanks a lot. See you later.
You've missed that there. You said that he's an Aisha virgin. I said that Ian's not.
Right, lads, we are coming close to the end of this one. Max, thanks for today, mate. You made it a lot easier because I was talking to myself for a long time. Well, I know I wasn't talking to myself, but it feels like you are. Do you know what I mean? A big thank you to the 624 that have watched us on whatever platform. Much appreciated. But as I've been saying throughout all the show, if you're watching this on a regular basis and you're not subscribed, will you please subscribe? Yeah. And even now, if you're not subscribed and you want to subscribe, go down to the description and get yourself on for this, the Invincible coins from Zenith Coins. This is the ideal time to get into the draw. If you are watching us on the regular basis and you're not subscribed, it is the absolute ideal time to get into the draw, and you could win a fantastic prize. Really, really could, right? The details just in the description. Have a look, guys. Oh, Brian's got a message. Hello, Brian. You're a bit late, mate. But here we go. Let's see what Brian's got to say. And please tell me I'm not the only one who got sad when KT came on. No, mate. I would have loved to seen him score. I've got to be absolutely honest. I think that would have been the perfect goodbye to Arsenal if he'd have put one in the back of the net.
Yeah. Right, can I just say to you that it looks like now if Sills doesn't get a clean sheet in the final game, David Raya will hold the Golden Glove for 2 years running.
That tells you something, doesn't it?
I'd just like to know your thoughts on that, Brian.
Don't forget tonight, guys. There's no Big Sunday show tonight. That's going to come later in the week. Have we decided what day yet, Mark?
No, I'm going to speak to you after this, hopefully, and then we'll come up with the best time to do it.
As I say, no Big Sunday show tonight, but as it will be later in the week at some point, so look out for that. Just want to say as well, 8 o'clock tonight, Brian Kroenke Jr., his Dream Team, Arsenal Dream Team video drops 8 o'clock tonight, and basically it's a controversial one. You need to watch it. Max has already done it. Mark's already done it. Quite a few. It's a great series, Mark. It was a great idea, mate. An absolutely great idea.
And Aisha possibly will do it at some stage.
Here's Brian's
everybody is going to be doing it.
Here's Brian's responses to your question, Mark. And oh no, I've done that one. Sorry, hold on. That one had already done. I apologise. He's crying, and then he says, "Raya, get out of my club." Oh dear. Oh dear.
There's just like a small clip of what's about to happen at 8 o'clock tonight. Honestly,
I'll be watching it at some point. I don't know if it'll be 8 o'clock, but I'll definitely be watching it at some point tonight.
Oh, it is gold. It's pure gold.
Again, I also want to, if Ben watches this later, because I know he's a bit busy today, I also want to thank Ben for yesterday's preview show. It was absolutely brilliant. And as I say, in the new season, guys, we hopefully will be doing a lot more preview shows as well as watch-alongs and whatever we can to bring Arsenal entertainment into your homes, your lives, whatever we can do. Again, massive thank you to the 628 people watching on whatever platform. We do love you all and we do appreciate it. Big thank you to Max for joining me today. You've got to learn to keep your answers short, Max, if you don't mind. But anyway, and
you deserve it, Max.
Mark, thank you for coming, Mark. Thank you for coming on for the last 5 minutes. Glad you could turn up. Max, don't just hate part-timers.
Huh?
Don't you just
I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention to your waffle.
Oh, I'm waffling. I'm allowed to waffle. Don't you just hate part-timers, Max?
I don't know. I don't see any. I only see full timers, so I don't know what part timers are.
Oh, he's making up to you now. He's making up to you now, Mark. He says you're a full timer. He's making up to you. Hey. Anyway, the banter's going to be fun.
I was talking about Mark. I wasn't talking about you, Des.
Oh, right. Well, you're not going to be coming on the next watch along then, sod you? No, I'm joking. The banter should be fun tonight, though. So, yeah, we're going to end this one here, guys. And I'm a bit gutted because I've only got 2 watch-alongs to go. I've got the Southampton watch-along and I've got the Women's Champions League watch-along. And then there'll be the season break, the summer break until the next season, until we start again. But we will be starting this up again in the new season.
Well, Des, we're in where are we playing our pre-season friendly again? It's in Asia, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, are we going to do those? Are we? Do you want to do watch-alongs for those?
Yeah, absolutely. You could get your bed at 4 a.m. and do a watch along.
Oh yeah. I really want to do that. Yeah. No, that's not going to happen. I can tell you that already, mate. I can tell you that already. But thanks for the opportunity.
It does. You know the benefit of you doing 4 a.m. watch-alongs. You know how it's like to be me for once, and plus I'll get the good time slots.
Yeah, I mean we'll see how it goes. I might do. You just don't know. I might do. I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no. It's a maybe. All right, but if not, definitely the new season we will start doing the watch-alongs every game. Right?
It's depending on the new players, isn't it, Des? It's dependent on who comes in, eh?
No, it depends how tired I am, Max. Honestly.
It is. Yeah,
right,
it's just.
guys. I'm going to love you and leave you.
Mark, I guarantee you, Victor Gockworth walked through the door. He's going to be watching 4 a.m. games.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, because that would get me excited. Yeah, I probably would. Zubamendi as well, mate. That will. Hey. Ooh. Oh, one more thing before we go. Actually, before I forget. I think Saliba's staying now because obviously the Bournemouth lad's going to Real Madrid, so I don't think Saliba will be going anywhere.
Well, Kanati's into the last year. He's doing Liverpool, so they'll try and get him on a free transfer next season. Yeah. So you're probably right.
Yeah. But anyway, on that note, I'm going to end this one. Cheers, lads. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. Enjoy your time away, Mark. I'll probably ring you tomorrow. All right, we'll have a chat. Yep. Max, yep. I'll speak to you next time, mate. Take care of yourself. Right, guys. Will do. Until the next show, whatever it may be, take care of yourselves. We're out of here. Peace.
Come on, you guys.